Hello everybody, welcome back to the Blind Press YouTube and Twitch channels. It is the Coffeestream, and we are back. It is Terrifying Tuesday, and you've got some, well, I don't know if I would call it terrifying, but it's funny. We've got chicken landmines and man versus bear discussions and some Canadian politics, because we took a little bit of a break from that, so we're gonna catch up with what's going on in the House of Commons and see what's going on there. And then we have some police videos. So we've got a lot of different things to go over, and some of it could be terrifying. You never know. The the imagery we could be faced with, it certainly could be terrifying. I've got my coffee here. I hope you guys all have a drink of your choice, whether it be tea, whether it be coffee, whether it be a caffeinated soft drink. Sorry. My allergies are... My reactant has not kicked in yet. Maybe you live somewhere where it's evening and you have an alcoholic beverage. Who knows? Let's just hope you're settling in and having a good restful time, ready to hang out with me for the next few hours and watch some videos. I am going to pop this over to the Twitch chat and then switch windows, and we will be able to take a look at our chicken landmine video. Yes, you heard that right. Chicken landmine. 'Cause why not? Okay. We've got Twitch chat pulled up. We're good to go. Are you guys ready to learn about a chicken-powered landmine? Because I'm ready to learn about a chicken-powered landmine. Chicken-powered nuclear landmine. This is what I've decided to start the video off with. And of course, it's by the Fat Electrician. Because who else would tell us about a chicken-powered nuclear weapon, right? Here we go.
The chicken-powered nuclear landmine. That'll get their attention. Alright, here's the deal. Once upon a time on April 1st, 2004, the British government, aka America Original Recipe, came out and declassified a bunch of documents from the Cold War. Among those documents were those pertaining to Operation Blue Peacock,
Wait, what?
commonly referred to as the chicken-powered nuclear landmine.
Blue Peacock, otherwise known as the chicken-powered nuclear landmine. Okay, then. Alrighty, then. Carry on.
And I know what you're thinking. April 1st is April Fool's Day. Clearly, this was an April Fool's joke, right? Wrong.
No.
So wrong, in fact, that the head of the National Archives had to come out like a week later and release another statement saying, and I quote, "The civil service does not do jokes." Which is honestly probably the most British thing I've heard in my entire life. To come out on April Fool's Day with a straight face and not as an April Fool's joke, saying, hey guys,
the civil service does not do jokes. I'm sorry. This is not a joke. We do not do jokes.
Spent a bunch of your tax money making a chicken-powered nuclear landmine. Also, we're just gonna pepper in at the end that we're called the civil service, which literally means to be polite, because there's nothing more polite than trying to make a bunch of extra crispy communists with a fucking nuclear landmine.
For crying
it's so
out loud.
much dry humor that it's in a war.
How did I not share the screen? I'm still on solo cam.
Among those documents were those pertaining to Operation Blue Peacock, more commonly referred to as the chicken-powered nuclear landmine. And I know what you're thinking. April 1st is April Fool's Day. Clearly, this was an April Fool's joke, right? Wrong. So wrong, in fact, that the head of the National Archives had to come out like a week later and release another statement saying, and I quote, "The civil service does not do jokes." Which is honestly probably the most British thing I've heard in my entire life. To come out on April Fool's Day with a straight face and not as an April Fool's joke saying, hey guys, we spent a bunch of your tax money making a chicken-powered nuclear landmine.
I'm just trying to picture what a chicken-powered landmine looks like. Does the chicken have the landmine up its butt? Like, you know, beer can chicken? Does the chicken, like, run around with the landmine attached to it? And then it blows up? I don't understand. I don't understand. I really don't understand why the, what it would look like.
Also, we're just gonna pepper in at the end that we're called the civil service, which literally means to be polite, because there's nothing more polite than trying to make a bunch of extra crispy communists with a fucking nuclear landmine. It's so much dry.
Gee, Nick, tell us how you feel about communists. Tell us how you feel. We had the analogy about the shit cake last time, and then Pink Hollow showed me a video where he's like, imagine every time Eli comes to visit me, I'm like, I'm gonna make you my world famous egg rolls, and every time he eats them, he shits himself almost to death. But every time he comes to visit me, I'm like, Eli, this time the egg rolls are gonna be perfect. I just haven't made them the right way yet. It was like the perfect analogy.
Dry humor that it's physically painful. So what on earth would compel the British government to make such a foul weapon? I don't care. I'm proud of that dad joke. I think it was impeccable. Jesus Christ. Real quick, this video does have a sponsor because, well, we're talking about killing animals, which means that PETA will be coming after me with their cool, clammy, iron-deficient hands.
Get your slimy souls off me!
So this video...
I like that. I like that. I like that. A lot. Well done, Nick. Well done.
It's brought to you by AccuFire Technology. They've got all different types of optics. They've got red dots. They've got variable zoom rifle scopes. I just picked one of those up for myself. They even have this super cool clamp-on thermal optic that I got to shoot last time I was down in Texas. So if you are looking for any of those things, I would highly recommend AccuFire Technology. Back to the video. Anyways, it's all because it was the Cold War in the 1950s. Germany was still split in two. The wall was still up. The Iron Curtain was still drawn. There was East and West, hungry and fed, you know, the whole shtick. So naturally, Great Britain, just like the US, was coming up with all kinds of ridiculous strategies on how to stop Soviet expansion should it come to that, and one of the ideas they had was to have a nuclear minefield, and for a nuclear minefield you need nuclear mines, so they took apart one of their nuclear bombs, stuck it in a mine, bada bing, bada boom, you have the nuclear landmine.
And where did the chickens come in? Why am I picturing a giant field of clucking landmine hens? Just like what the fuck?
This thing was going to be buried 35 feet deep all along the border, and it was going to generate a 10 kiloton explosion that would blow a 640 foot in diameter crater where each landmine was. Basically,
That's
Great Britain was going to
excessive.
blow up anybody anywhere remotely near it, and then they were going to have a radioactive moat between them and communism. Now, because...
Oh, okay. Why radioactive? Like, I mean, I think I understand the moat concept, but why radioactive moat? What was with the 50s and having all these weird, like, defenses? We've got radioactive moats, we've got bird landmines. What the hell is
Now, because the
going on
landmines
here?
were going to be 35 feet underground, the only way they knew how to reliably detonate them was going to be to use a timer. So they were going to have these 35-foot holes pre-dug. They were going to have the landmines there and ready. And then whenever the Soviets were advancing, they would set the landmines to explode in a week, throw them in the hole, bury them, and retreat. And then the Soviets would take over that area, and 1 week later, they'd get blown up.
Cool.
However, the problem with that was 35 feet below ground was too cold and too wet, and it was going to cause the electronics to prematurely detonate the warhead unpredictably. So the clock idea was out, so what do? You got to keep it warm, you got to keep it airtight, and you got to have it on some kind of timer.
Oh no. Now I see what they did. Now I see what they did. I'm not gonna say it. I'm gonna see if I'm right.
Clearly, the only thing that we can do is depressurize this landmine inside of a fucking capsule. And then inside of that capsule, we're gonna put some chickens with enough food, water, and air to survive for a week. That way, when the chickens die inside the landmine from dehydration, starvation, and suffocation, their body heat is gonna dissipate, the landmine's gonna get cold, and then it's gonna blow up. Fucking science, I guess.
Okay, that's almost where I was going. I figured the chickens were still gonna be alive when they blew up, and then the chickens were just also gonna be mine shrapnel, but... Well, I guess they still would be, but I mean, I that was not exactly where I was going. I'm glad I didn't say it. But... that's kind of weird. I have to say.
This is the craziest fucking quack bang in the history of humanity.
Yeah, I'm thinking this is some, like, Wile E. Coyote shit. I know if I put the chicken in the container with the mine, the chicken will keep the mine warm for a while, and then when the chicken dies, the mine will go off and it'll be safe. Oh, that's weird.
If you think Schrodinger's cat is interesting, fucking Britain's chicken landmine blows that shit out of the water, okay? You're not gonna have to guess whether the chicken is alive or dead or both all at once. You're gonna fucking know when the chicken dies, okay? Could you imagine being a Soviet soldier hanging around thinking about eating lunch or, you know, whatever communists do? It's been like 6, 7, 8 days since your last big offensive when you took some land, and then all of a sudden all you hear is boom!
I love that. Let's hear it again.
And then all of a sudden all you hear is
Did it, Patrick! We saved the city!
I would pay so much money to have been in the meeting when somebody suggested using chickens to keep underground nuclear landmines warm. Like,
right? Who the balls on the excuse me, sir. I have an idea. What if we I don't know why he's Cockney. What if we use chickens? This feels like a Monty Python sketch. Like and I feel John Cleese would be the one that would feel like outraged about it being chickens, and you'd have to convince him.
Like, what was the logic that went into that? Like, I mean, fuck it, they keep eggs warm, they should work, right? Thankfully for all of us, however, these weapons were never actually used because somebody with some common sense chimed in and was like, hey, maybe we shouldn't be leaving nuclear booby traps all over West Germany. And then
you think? You think? That's just possibly.
And apparently everybody came to their senses, said, yeah, that's probably a good idea. I presume muscle memory then kicked in for the British because they took the only remaining prototype and put it inside of a museum. So yeah, that's it. That's really all I got. I guess in conclusion, even death tastes like chicken. Thank you for watching. Best way to support the channel is go buy some merch at thefatelectrician.com. Quack bang, out.
Even death tastes like chicken. Oh my god, I had to open with that short little video. Just for some laughs. Just for some laughs. I just can't imagine if that had actually been used and just exploding chicken mines everywhere. Oh my god. Just, oh my god. I cannot with that image. I just like Nick said with the rooster and then the explosion. I can't. Oh, okay. Our next video, apparently, it's called Man vs. Bear, Why Men Are More Dangerous Than Bears. And this is from Abba and Preach. And I listened to like a couple of minutes of this yesterday and I was pretty floored. So let's see where this takes us.
Okay, but I need to ask you a serious question. Would you rather Cameron be in the woods with a bear or with a man?
I guess Cameron is this guy's little girl. Like his daughter.
Like, she ends up being in the woods alone and is either faced with a bear or with a man. Which would you rather?
I would rather my kid be faced with a man, because then my kid could be like, excuse me, could you help me get out of the woods and find my parents? The bear would just eat my kid.
Does she develop any skills?
No, she's just...
But
she's
apparently
5-year-old
men
girl.
are evil.
Maybe it's fair. Might not do anything.
Okay, if you had to leave your daughter in the forest with either a man or a bear, which would you choose?
Well, I think both options kind of suck. I don't know.
Both options kind of suck. Why? Is the man a serial killer? Is he like, or is he just some random guy?
This man. Oh gosh, don't know anything about the man.
No, nothing about the
Anything about the.
Do I know anything about the bear? What kind of stupid question is that? It's a bear. What do you need to know about it?
Bear?
Nothing about the bear.
Oh my gosh, I feel like it's an impossible choice.
I feel like this is an impossible choice. Why? Do you think that men are like animals that have no self-control, and like as soon as they meet some random woman in the woods, they just go all Neanderthal and like attack and like I don't understand.
It just shows you how much I don't trust other people. I don't know.
Are y'all realizing that myself and other women are saying bear because we would quite literally rather die? And then we have some people saying, well, not all bears, just because one bear did it doesn't mean that all bears would do it. You shouldn't be scared of all bears. Let's get a lineup of bears and you show me which one I should be scared of.
What? Who's saying not all are you trying to use bears as an analogy to men and be like, not all men are gonna, you know, kill and rape you, and people are saying, you know, not all bears are gonna eat you? Like, is that the analogy you're trying to draw here? Why are women not included in this question? I see a woman in the woods, I'm getting the fuck out. Right? Maybe she'll probably be some crazy witch or something. She'll probably be some evil, like, hag with a candy house. I've read my fairy tales. How many? There were no creepy men in the forest in the fairy tales I read. Do you know what the men in the forest were doing? Do you want to know what they were doing? They were saving shit. The huntsman in Little Red Riding Hood, for example. Or the guy in Snow White who was supposed to work for the queen but helped Snow White get away. Right? But no. You meet the men in the woods, they're the bad ones, right? Fuck. No, we shall have no Blair Witches. No. Only bear wenches. The YouTube audio needs to come up. I'm trying to fix it. I'm trying to balance the music. The music's a little bit loud, and I'm trying to fix the other audio. Thank you for saying so. Oh, that's not the right tab or the right window. I need to go back over here. Why are you still at 45%, stupid thing? That's better.
And this Target right now, you point out to me which men I should and should not be scared of.
How about the ones that are doing their shopping and minding their own business? Don't be scared of those ones.
Well, I don't know.
Be a
exactly.
normal
At least
person.
a bear wouldn't fucking show videos and photos and dap up their buddies after. At least a bear couldn't say the words, well, she liked it, she asked for it. A bear would probably leave you alone even after you were dead.
What the fuck are you talking about? You know bears scavenge carcasses of things, right? You do know that. I don't understand that concept. This chick is an idiot.
To get most bears to leave you alone, all you have to do is scream loud enough. Can't say the same. Women are asking their guy best friends, their boyfriends, their husbands, their fucking fathers, and they're all saying the same thing. Why do you think that is?
Because you've brainwashed most men into thinking that they're horrible people. So of course they're gonna say a bear because you're asking them. Even if they actually think that a bear is more dangerous than a man, they're still gonna answer bear because you are asking them and they don't want to get in shit with you.
Bears don't grasp the concept of wrong and right, but you know who does. At least a bear didn't pretend to be your friend for months beforehand just to get what it wanted in the end.
Dude, what kind of men are you hanging out with? And by the way, girls act the same way. So, like, I don't know why everybody is acting like it's only men that pull this shit. Like,
If I survive the bear attack, I won't have to see the bear at family reunions.
Why would... Do you expect your male attacker to show up at the family reunion? Because if you do, then your family is shit because it's inviting the person that attacked you to the family reunion.
The worst thing the bear can do is kill me. The bear sees me as a human being.
Yeah, because bears don't have hidey holes for their food or anything like that. No. Oh, of course. No, of course not. To be fair, every woman involved in this bear man trend is an idiot. Well, that's true. That is true. I will give you that.
Being.
Wait.
The worst thing the bear can do is kill me. The bear sees me as a human being.
The bear sees me as a human being. The bear sees me as a human being. My brain has broken.
After what those men did to that monitor lizard, the bear...
Sorry. That last one got me.
I'm with you, Ava, right? The bear sees me as a human being. No, it doesn't. It doesn't know what a human being is. All it knows is that there are animals that go on 4 legs that are smaller than it that it can eat. And then come along these other animals that walk on 2 legs and they have things that make loud noises and they hurt when they get hit by them. So they should eat them.
The bear sees you as a human being.
No, it sees you as a snack.
What does that mean? What does that mean? I'm just curious.
No, I guarantee you the husbands and fathers all said man first and then were berated and argued with into saying bear. Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right about that.
For the people in the comments. Like, I get what these women are trying to say. Essentially, like, there are terrible things that men have done to women, and they're related. The people are supposed to be closest, a lack of humanity. Okay. The bear sees you as a... On what planet do bears see you as a human?
Bears don't know what human is. Bears don't know what they're... Okay, here's the thing. Bears don't know that they're called bears. Okay? That's a word that humans use to label that type of animal that they deal with. Okay? Bears do not understand that they are called bears and we are called humans and the things that they eat are called... Like, they just don't get that.
You think they care about your needs, your aspirations, your career goals? You think they care? If they're hungry, they're just gonna eat you.
Right.
You know how like a rapist will just, they don't care about who you are. They're just gonna grape you. They're gonna essay
That's
you.
a
or whatever.
bear.
Right.
That's a bear.
And that's objectifying. It's illegal. It's immoral. You really think a bear is hungry? He's gonna eat you. Is that seeing you as a human? Aren't you just a piece of meat? But like, you know how they say, oh, this man just sees me as a piece of meat. You know, he doesn't really see me as a person. The bear literally sees me as a piece of meat. But I just
Yeah. A man, like there are men that do see women as objects, right? But a man still like a man that sees a woman as an object still like logically knows that they have like that they are humans, right? A bear doesn't have that concept. They can't like, this is so stupid. I can't even put this into words. A bear doesn't have that concept of humanity.
Just imagine. It's like a bear's eating you.
It's prisoner
Don't
your
eat me,
asshole.
I'm a human.
That's how is it bears? No.
No, that's hyenas. God
That's
damn.
It's okay. You know what? My head, all animals, okay? They eat you from your asshole first. Okay?
Jesus,
so they got
Alpha,
you
what
bent
the
over doggy style, getting
What the fuck, Abba? Holy shit, that is not an image I want.
chomped on, okay? And you're over there be like, well, at least he sees me as a human.
Yeah, right?
Yes, okay, hey!
At least I'm seen as a human being while I'm being devoured alive. Jeez, this really hurts. But at least he sees me as a human.
You be like, well, hey, at least he saw me as, a human. Oh.
Oh, when you explain it like that, I can see why they choose bear.
Like
What?
the ass ate?
Oh, shit, dude.
Wow.
What the fuck, Preach? Alma, Preach, what the fuck? I swear Pinkala wants me to watch these to react to Alma and Preach as much as the shit they're reacting to. What the fuck? What the fuck? Jesus Christ. Holy shit. Oh my god.
The bear doesn't get enjoyment out of it.
I'm pretty sure the bear gets enjoyment out of eating.
Well, how do you know that? How do you know that? I'm actually fairly confident that there's a euphoric feeling that all animals feel when they're chomping at an animal for sustenance.
You ever own cats?
Yeah. You tell me that animals don't kill for fun if you own a cat or like some dogs. My dad has a dog. Well, he's too old to do it now, but in his heyday, that dog would like, ooh, a rabbit, dead, eaten, or just dead, left in the yard. Ooh, a hedgehog. Ooh, a mole. Ooh, and everything. Just kill it, and eat it. Even if he had just been given dinner at the cottage, he would, like, I remember one day he was literally being let out to go to the bathroom after eating dinner, and he saw a fucking hedgehog and he killed it and ate it. And it's like, dude, you just ate. What the fuck are you doing? Like, don't tell me animals don't kill for fun.
I mean, I'm talking about outside cats. The way they're strolling, la 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 la. Here, a rat. I caught it for you. Enjoy. They happy as a
The groundhog, yeah. Yeah, it was the groundhog. That's what it was. When he dug into the intestines. Yeah, that was like, and he had literally just been fed. And we're like, dude, what the fuck are you doing?
The bear didn't pretend to be my friend for...
What the fuck?
They happy as a
The bear didn't pretend to be my friend for months beforehand.
Then pick better fucking men, dude. Also, women do that.
No one will say that I liked the bear attack. No one will talk about the bear's bright future. If the bear and the man both want to hurt me and I scream loud enough, there's a better chance that the bear will actually run away.
Well, if you yell fire or something like that, people will come and people will come more before you if you yell help. It was a groundhog, not a hedgehog.
A bear wouldn't film it and send it to all his friends.
Because bears don't have the ability to film. Why are you comparing bears and humans as if bears and humans have the same abilities?
The men getting angry at this don't realize that there are fates worse than death.
Okay. Yeah. But you're also comparing, the reason that men are getting angry is because you're comparing them to literal animals that have no sentient ability or like skill to do like half the shit that you're comparing a man to a bear for doing. So why do you think men are getting so angry? Like Wait. So the man that she the man that she runs into is in the woods is a man that she knows all the time, for a long time. Apparently, they take this question way too personally. They do. They act as if the man in the woods that they're meeting is like the worst ex they've ever dealt with, or like their rapist that they had back in the day.
Ask Junko Furuta, Sadie Robinson, Shanann Watts if they would choose the man or the bear.
People sent us this. Obviously, a lot of folks are upset about it. Here's what I think. I think it's perfectly fine if you're going to have some level of wariness around men. Okay. You guys went to the nth degree and compared us to fucking bears.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. You can't compare humans to different animals. Like, if people were comparing women to a specific animal, they would be going insane. Ask these women, would you rather be in the ocean with a man or a dolphin? Ah, that's a good question. If you know anything about dolphins, you'd pick the man. Anyway, if a woman were compared to any animal, like any animal, they would be outraged. Like, how dare you compare us to animals? Women aren't animals, blah, blah, blah. Right? So why is it okay? I know the answer, by the way. But why is it okay to compare a man to an animal and get super personal, and put the scenario as if, like, the worst ever man in your life that you've ever dealt with is in the woods with you, or a bear? Then how do you expect reasonable men to react to this scenario other than anger?
Yo, I think that's the disrespectful part. I don't think most men would have had an issue if women said, I generally feel unsafe around men I don't know. I think we've heard that enough to be like, okay, I can get it.
I genuinely feel unsafe around people I don't know. I don't care what their gender is. If I don't know you, I don't feel safe around you. You could be a woman who wants to take my children from me. You could be a crazy, child-obsessed woman who can't have kids of her own. And you could want to take my kids from me. I'm vulnerable. You know what I mean? Oh, fuck you. Get away from me. I don't know you. You don't have to be a man. I don't... You know what I mean? Anybody that I don't know is automatically, until I figure out who they are, they're automatically bad.
The bear thing is like, you're making us like we're fucking terrorists or something.
I really wish someone would compare women to animals.
Thank you,
And
preach.
it would be perfectly fine on social media.
Thank you, preach.
I'm like, you just did what? You just did what?
I have this bit I normally do on stage about walking home late at night and coming out of the subway station, turn the corner, and there's a woman in front of me, and there's like a weird tension because it's just me and her on the street. There's nobody else, right? And I know she's scared because I can kind of see her body language change, and then I'm starting to get scared because I can tell she's, like you have this weird desire as a man who you're just alone on the street with this person, you want them to feel safe.
Yeah.
But how do you make a stranger feel safe? Because I know I don't want to do nothing, but she doesn't know that. But because I'm a man, inherently that's the thing that happens.
And that's fucked up. You shouldn't be automatically thought of as going to hurt somebody just because you have a penis. Like there are a lot of penis owners that are dicks for no reason, okay? But that doesn't mean that every man is, going to assault you. And the fact that women act that way just shows the societal wish for women to want to be victims.
I understand what this makes me think of.
It makes you think of what?
This makes me think of, at least in my younger years, when I'd just be chilling in my neighborhood and then a cop would stop me and ask me questions.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why are you bothering me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because of your skin color. Well, now because of your gender.
Like, you don't suspect me of a crime, nothing, but you're just checking
You're just
probing. And why
it's
it's justified is because they've seen other black dudes do things. They think they could just bother me and ask me questions like with some like an idea of like criminal intent.
Yeah.
And it's insulting. It's insulting because I go through great lengths to be an upstanding citizen, do everything the right way, pay all that shit, and I still gotta deal with this bullshit just because I got the same skull as. That's the frustration that you start to feel as a man.
Well, and you have the right to feel that frustration. Because I would say if we were to, if there was a statistic, I wonder if there is a statistic, what the global percentage of men that actually are like rapists, for example. Out of because there's 4 billion men on this planet, okay? You can't tell me that all of them are going to be rapists and murderers and manipulators and narcissists and horrible people that would be better, you would be better off with a literal bear. Like, it cannot possibly be that 4 billion individuals are that bad.
And people feel justified in this, and they say it's perfectly acceptable to have that reaction, this and that. I'm going to ask a question. Would you say it's perfectly acceptable to have that attitude and to proclaim this stuff very proudly, openly, if we were talking about black people?
No.
Just ask the question. Can you, as women of all colors, come out and say, I don't like being around black people, I'm scared because statistically speaking, blah, blah, blah.
Could you imagine, like, comparing, like, saying I'd rather be in the woods with, whatever animal, I'm not gonna say, we all know. We all know what animal we compare, that racists compare black people to. Would you rather be in the woods with that or a black person? Like, nobody would be okay with that. Right? Nobody would be alright with that. Why is it okay to compare men to bears?
What would happen?
Cancelled.
And here's why that feels unfair to me as a black person. Some black people do bad, so then every time I go outside of my house, even though I've done nothing wrong, there's a certain level of prejudice against me in certain situations, right? And anyone's gonna tell me otherwise, I don't want.
Unfortunately, the numbers are skewed because of non-reporting. True. The Robin Williams bit will suffice.
I don't want to hear you as a man feel prejudiced against People feel unsafe around you inherently at random times of the day. You hear by the way people talk about you online. There's prejudice, okay?
Yeah.
Even if you've not done anything, because you are a male and other males have done bad things, there's a certain way that people are going to look at you. My only question is, why is this version so acceptable all the time, but then the black version of this is not socially acceptable?
Because there are, in the bear version, Abba, white men are included, and white men are evil, horrible colonizers, and you can't be racist to white men. You can't be basically anything to white men, because white men have done so much damage for so long that you can basically do whatever you want to a white man. You can insult him in his personhood and his dignity. You can take away his home and his money, and you can take his family from him, and you can rob him of anything he has and push him to his very breaking point, because he's a white man. And they're okay with that. That's fine. They're fair game.
I'm curious.
Because we're not being specific when we say men. And when we say men, the default is white.
Yep.
I think so.
When they say they feel unsafe around men, they're not just meaning white men. They mean all men.
I understand what you're saying.
They do, but you automatically think of white men.
Some white when you say that. And yes, I see they mean all men. But when I feel like whenever they do generals like that, they really go with the default. I remember I was having this conversation with, it was straight up a feminist, and we were talking about prejudice and stuff like that. And she was talking about men, and she was talking about men, and she was talking about me being a man. And I was like, bitch, don't you realize that I'm also a black man? So you're a white woman, technically I have more prejudice than you. And then she just flip open, you know what I mean? She's like, oh shit, my bad. I didn't realize that. It's weird, like in some kind of weird way, when they say, I feel like whenever they say man like that, they really envision the default of the white dude. So it's okay when we talk about man.
You guys want to shut down this whole conversation? Just flip it on the women. Just flip it on. I want to see all these women on TikTok and tell me you'd rather be in the woods with a bear rather than a black man.
That's weird.
Oh boy. Oh, they would go insane.
Wow.
And there's a bunch of sisters be like, bitch, say less. You niggas ain't shit. That's the point.
Yeah.
I think this kind of rhetoric is acceptable, but it is incredibly prejudiced. And I say this because it makes it so that when, as a man, I'm walking through life, I'm always having to be aware of the fact that I'm a male, and that there's a certain level of fear that women are inherently going to have, and I have to compensate for that. But I want you to understand how unfair that is to me as an individual, because I've done nothing wrong. I've not put my hands on nobody. I've not catcalled. I've not made any comment. But there's an inherent air of like, well, you know, even perfect example is the daycare example. Dudes are not allowed to work in daycares in a lot of places because there's inherent prejudice against dudes.
True. Very, very true. There's always some what's the word I'm looking for? There's always some prejudice that a man working in a daycare has an agenda that he shouldn't be there.
Now look, a lot of men okay, great. Even when you think about the percentages and numbers, it's not so high that it would make sense to prejudice against everybody.
No.
Humans don't operate off numbers. They're not percentage based. They don't care about that. No. If you go through life and you have 3 bad experiences with Asian guys, you're going to be like, no more Asian guys, and that's it.
That's true. That's true. That's very, very true. I have had a lot of bad experiences with people in the blind community. So I'm like, no, blind people are too much drama. I'm gonna hang out with sighted people.
That's enough. Even though you've worked with Asian people, you've encountered them at the store, you've seen them in back alleys by yourself, and nothing has happened. If you have, sometimes humans can just flip and switch. So I just think it's endemic of human nature and the way our brains process information that people default. But the truth is, you encounter men by yourself all the time and nothing ever happens. Most men just want to go home and play their video games. They don't actually give a fuck about you. They don't want to touch you. But the way that these people talk, they make it sound like vast majority of men are out to do something evil. And, you know, I'm not even going to act like I'm holier than thou. Because I'm pretty sure if I had a daughter, I would tell her to be wary of men too. I would.
Yeah. I always tell my kids and their boys to be wary of all people you don't know. Everybody you don't know, you be wary of them. You don't need to tell them your name. You don't need to tell them like anything. That you just, you know, you don't have to be rude, but you don't have to share everything with people you don't know, because man or woman, they could be bad.
Not to the point where you're out here flagrantly being disrespectful, but you have to be aware of the realities and to adjust accordingly.
Would you rather our daughter be in the woods with a bear or a man?
I would say a man.
Uh-oh.
Why?
Because I could be that man.
No. No.
Flipped it on you. What?
Oh shit.
What?
Oh shit. And she said no.
He did the whole switcheroo. You didn't think about that.
And she said no.
Man. Why? Me. I'm a man. She stuck with me. She stuck with a man, not a bear. The man is me.
Not you, a stranger.
Okay, so brown bear.
Why does it have to be a brown bear?
I'm just assuming that's what other black bear, brown bear.
Just a bear, Kenny.
I think I would still say man.
Ha ha! Sucker! She's mad. She's gonna get mad. She's gonna get mad.
Really? You want our 13-year-old daughter
it's not.
be...
Oh.
Really? Really? You want our 13-year-old daughter to be in the forest with a man?
Really? You want our 13-year-old daughter
It's not.
be...
Oh.
It's not. It's not what I thought it was. But really, you're not thinking like me. So really, you're really gonna do? Hey, I already have my answer. And it's not so much that I didn't answer the question. I answered the question.
I just didn't answer the question the way you wanted me to. I love how she's like making him look like a creep because of the way she's framing it. Really? You want our 13-year-old daughter to be in the woods with a man? Yeah, you know what? If my choice is bear or man, I'm gonna pick man.
You don't like my answer.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's that. Yeah.
If I found a 13-year-old in the woods, I would be like, okay, let me try and help you to safety.
Aw, that's really cute.
And a bear would be like, rawr.
Listen to her! Aw, that's really cute. Like, the manly thing to do would be to help the child, and she's poo-pooing that. Oh, how cute! You little boy, you'd help her. Oh, how sweet. Like, what, you want him to be a horrible man? And oh my god, she does. She does. She wants him to be some horrible, horrible man, because in her mind, all men are horrible. And he has to be a horrible piece of shit. Otherwise, oh my god.
I'm gonna eat you. The odds are better with the man.
He's not wrong.
Like, the odds are better with
I
the
don't
man.
know if that's true. I think you're just assuming that all men are like you.
No, he's assuming that most men are like him and that most bears are going to eat the child.
No, we'll just take like 10.
I think you're assuming that not bear are just bears. There are more. No, not all men are like him. All right, but all bears are bears. This is not
Pink. Oh, look, exactly what I said, and I didn't even see this part. Yeah, no, you called it. You called it.
Disney Channel, okay? The bear's not gonna take the kid in, and then the kid's gonna become Tarzan.
The bear's not gonna be like, hey, boo boo. Did you pack the picnic basket?
That's Hollywood. It's not how that's how it happens.
I don't think these women think that's how it happens.
Line up 10 men.
Oh, this is not going well.
And then say 6 out of the 10 men are.
This is not going well. No, not for you.
Are good. Those are better odds than one bear.
How
like
do you know
leaving my child with a bear. What is the bear gonna? The bear can't feed the child. The bear could, eat the child.
And what might the man do to the child?
Help the child. Statistically, the man is going to help the child more often than hurt the child. And the fact that you, wow. Sounds like she's trying to make a beta husband. Yeah. This is sad. She's like, what might the man do to the child?
Hopefully read stories, pass the time, and get them to safety. Walk upstream. Bears will just take you to their stream, and you just watch them like eat food and stuff. Or
see? He's like, look, most men would help the child. Like, and she's just like, no, all men are evil.
Like I said, the bear would like maul
even you secretly. That's what she's trying to do. She's like, all men are evil, even you secretly.
the child.
What if the man mauls the child?
What if the man mauls the child? Why do you want the man to be so evil? The fact that these women that pick pear refuse to acknowledge that most rescuers of people are men. Yeah. That's true.
Look, I got a D in stats in college, so I'm just trying to weigh my options here.
That is the nicest way of saying, listen, I may not be a great statistician here, but you're talking out your ass. That is like the nicest way of saying that I have ever heard in my life. This man deserves a fucking medal.
The bear, it's not like Homeward Bound. Like, a bear will kill you.
The man might kill you.
Yes, everything might kill you, but like, what is she gonna do? Jump up in a tree and the bear's like trying to get her while like a random man, maybe the man's lost too and they can help each other out.
Like, why is she so insistent that this hypothetical man is going to kill the child? More proof women's votes shouldn't count. Ugh. Come on, cannibalistic wizard. You know, God, she's a tard. You know, maybe what Eugene Carroll said was right about women and rape. I didn't see what Eugene Carroll said.
Now, if the man was living in the woods and wanted to be away for some reason, then that would be suspect. But if they're both like lost and they need to find a safe...
And the caption of this says, "My sweet innocent baby husband just sees the best in everyone."
What a fucking patronizing bitch. My sweet innocent baby husband. Why? Because he's bringing up logical points?
Bitch. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh, Lord.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You're aggressive
I'm
today.
sorry. Yes, I got time today, bro.
Apparently.
Bro. My sweet, my wife would film me. Like, I didn't. You're gonna put that on the web, and you're gonna diminish who I am as a person.
My sweet baby innocent husband, because he's making sense. Oh, that poor innocent fool. There he is making sense, and I'm getting all frustrated because he's making sense, and I don't want him to.
My sweet baby husband? First and foremost, bears can climb up trees pretty good. 1, 2, what is...
Oh, the one where she said women find rape. Okay, yeah.
What is this child gonna do from November to April? Because bears hibernate.
Uh-huh.
On your own.
You know, we've covered a lot of videos on this channel where you have dudes accosting women, being hyper aggressive, things like that. I think back to that video of that lady at the gas station surrounded by 6 or 7 dudes. And like, you know, you would ask me like, hey, do you want your daughter in the woods or surrounded by 7 guys at a gas station in fucking rural Detroit or some shit? Like, shit, probably choose the bear in that situation. But what?
There's more chances of her dying with the bear.
Yep.
There's more chances of her dying with the bear.
Okay. 7 Gas station? Middle of the woods?
You said gas stations?
Yeah.
I'll take the 7 dudes in the gas station over the 1 bear, because the 7 dudes in the gas station, I could maybe convince one of them not to kill me. And then if I can convince 1 or 2 of them to go against the others, then I can buy some time. I can't convince a bear to do shit.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It don't need to make sense. Let this hypothetical happen. Your 5-year-old wandered into the gas station.
And 7 magical things happen.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up?
We go to the strip club. It's 100 miles away.
Your example was crazy.
I agree.
I know, I am.
You're just
absolutely.
No, I see what you mean.
Listen, I do think this was an interesting conversation because it made me think about prejudice and all this other stuff, and how much of it is acceptable, and how much we all engage in it to some degree. You know, it's kind of like the cop video we just did, where the guy saw an older white woman and treated her very differently than he would some nigga in the hood or whatever, right? He allowed her to do whatever. But I mean, like, most of us at the end of the day are going to treat some old lady much differently than we would a young man. Most of us are going to treat a young woman very differently than we would a young. We all prejudicially, with prejudice, engage in certain social behaviors, and we treat other people as a threat. So I don't think it's that abnormal that people talk about men this way. I just think when it's to the extreme of like an animal that's a predator.
And I agree. I think we shouldn't be comparing anybody any human beings to animals. I don't think we should be, you know, would you rather be in the woods with a human or a bear, animal? That's not, I don't think that's appropriate. I don't think we need to be doing that. I think doesn't help anything. It makes it's more divisive than anything. And it's just, like I said, it's not healthy for us to be doing that to each other. And nobody would be accepting of it done to a black man or a woman or anything like that. Alright, so I've got the next video pulled up, but we're going to do a be right back. I'm going to refill my coffee, and then we will start our next video. We're going to catch up on what happened in politics. Here we go. I'll be right back. Okay. Spittlebuggies. Hello. You are here for the second hour. And we are going to watch June 3rd's question period. So that was yesterday's. We're going to see what happened. We've taken a bit of a break because things were getting kind of repetitive. It's been about a week since we watched any question period. And here we are. We're going to switch over to our live scene. Hold on. There we go. Okay. And we're going to push play.
Oral questions.
The opposition. Mr. Speaker, the leader of the Bloc Québécois once again freaked out because I quoted René Lévesque.
Oh no! You quoted René Lévesque? How dare you? You know, the founder of the FLQ, which was the predecessor to the Bloc Québécois.
René Lévesque and Lucien Bouchard were real sovereigntists, but they wouldn't have asked Quebecers to spend $500 billion more for the federal government.
Nope.
They wouldn't have voted to add 100,000 more public servants.
Fact. Lucien Bouchard and Lucien Bouchard and René Lévesque would not put up with what's his name? Francois. No, what's the name of the? It's Francois Legault is the premier of Quebec, but the Parti Québécois guy or the Bloc Québécois guy, I don't know who his name is.
They wouldn't have voted to increase taxes on Quebecers. Will the Prime Minister finalize the Bloc Liberal coalition? The Honourable Deputy Prime Minister and Minister
of
of
course
Finance,
she's here, not
Mr.
Trudeau.
Speaker. Quebecers.
Just fixed it. Is it better?
Understand the importance of climate action. They understand the importance of a strong child care system. They understand the importance of a government that can manage its own programs. But the Conservatives only understand one thing: cuts. They want to cut programs that Quebecers care about and the public servants who are working hard for them. The Honourable Leader of the Opposition. We will cut taxes, Mr. Speaker. It is odd that a so-called sovereigntist party loves sending Quebecers money to Ottawa.
That's
they
very
must not care
true.
about the sovereignty of Quebecers.
Why
wallets,
is the
Mr.
sovereigntist
Speaker.
party so interested in the federal workings?
They are voting for
of,
taxes.
of
And
the
when
country.
we propose to leave money in Quebecers' pockets and let them decide what to do with it, the Bloc Québécois has decided to...
Did you hear that the government of Canada wants you to eat bugs and veggies? I heard that they want us to let our kids have a national school food program, and nobody wants it.
to vote with their boss, the Liberal Party. Why not give more freedom to Quebecers? Freedom to decide what to do with their money and cut taxes. The Honourable Deputy Prime Minister. Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker.
The Quebec nation.
Sorry.
And Quebecers understand very well the importance of social solidarity.
Social solidarity, eh? Is that is that something you just came up with?
They understand that social solidarity rests on social programs. And that is why we need revenue to build those programs.
We need more money. We need more spending.
That is why
to say it out loud.
GR agrees to raise the rate on capital gains, but the Conservatives disagree because they are against people.
What? They're against people? I'm sorry, the capital gains tax punishes people like doctors, successful small business owners, Pink Hollow's business partner, or what's it called? He's probably gonna have to pay capital gains tax soon. Like, that's just... Get me a link to wherever that info is coming from. Oh! To what Snuggy Bear said. Like, anybody with a successful small business that's earning over $200,000 a year is gonna have to pay higher capital gains tax. So, like, anybody that earns, say you have a good year and you make like $1 million of profit, and you're an individual small business owner, like you own, like you're a one-person business owner, right? You're probably gonna have to pay capital gains tax, like a doctor. They've got to pay capital gains tax. A dentist, anything like that. It's ridiculous. Because I'm kind of getting tired of Americans saying shit. That they know fucking nothing about. Americans are more fucked than we are. Right? Yeah, they are. That's true. Yes, it is. Yep, the background music is supposed to be on Spittle Buggies, and it kind of actually helps. The background music is supposed to be there for dead air.
Mr. Speaker.
And it kind of helps with the talking.
But the Conservatives disagree because they are against people.
Mr. Speaker, last week the health minister went into a wacko rant accusing parents who take their kids on a road trip of locking them up in a car for 10 days straight without a washroom break, causing the whole world to burn.
What the fuck? I missed... What the hell did I miss last week? Holy shit, that actually happened? This is what happens when I take a break from question period, you guys. I miss shit like that.
Take their kids on a road trip of locking them up in a car for 10 days straight without a washroom break, causing the whole world to burn. Unbelievable. All because we proposed that the government take taxes off gas so that Canadians could have a summer break. Will this health minister break into the same hysteria over his boss's use of a gas guzzling...
Hold on. Hello? Hello? Okay.
For capital gains, for instance, the cottage party was bought for $10,000 back in the 1950s, right?
Right.
Right. So now, if we go to sell the cottage, and it's going to be worth, regardless of how much we sell it for or anything, we have to pay the tax grown on top of whatever the increase in value of the property is to fair market value. So if the property itself is sold for $500,000, as is what all the areas around us are being sold for, the taxes have to be paid on that. That is the capital gains, not corporate tax, which is what you're talking about.
Is that why cottage owners are getting upset right now? Okay.
Some bare land this land, and the government has now said because of this new shit, she has to pay 40 grand to the government, even though she's not selling the fucking property. And people are coming out of the woodwork to go, well, she owns land, so she's rich. That means that our house and our property that I paid $300,000 fucking dollars for, that these morons consider us rich.
So if we sold the house, we'd have.
If we sell the house, we have to pay an increase whenever the value of the house has gone up. So if the house was worth 200 grand when I bought it, and when I sell it, it turns out to be worth 500 grand, we have to pay the increase of the 200,000 on the dividends on that side. We have to pay extra tax on that, on the increase in the value of the home.
No, they're not punishing middle.
That's why people are pissed off, because people like us whose cottage is really only worth like $25,000-$30,000, and the property, which was bought at pennies on the fucking dollar a century ago, that's who they're punishing. They want to, again, punishing rural families once again. They want to make it so if you have cottage, if like your grandpa, because his is the name on the fucking property,
yeah,
it doesn't say, you know, your family owns the, you know, it doesn't say this is a family property that 50 people use during the course of the year. No. To the government, it's only one person's fucking property, and your grandpa is loaded. That's why. That is how capital gains work. That is how it's fucking us over. That's why it's bullshit. Has nothing to do with business or income from businesses. Nothing whatsoever. It has to do with assets. And this is your Gorilla Tax Corner for the day.
I like that name.
No. I don't want to get into, I'm not going to get into financial arguments with retards.
Oh,
That's why.
okay.
Communist fucking morons think it's a good idea. They eat the rich. This is where they eat the rich people are fucking stupid. Because they're also trying to transfer to like RVs and boats and shit.
Jesus.
You know, oh yeah, they're trying to make it to anything. If you gain value from anything, what's going to be like the States? Soon the lottery tax will show up. Watch, we're just like the States. Here's some level of fuckery no one ever talks about in the States. Why do you have to give the government half your fucking winnings in a lottery?
Wait, the.
Or if someone gifts you money, you have to claim that gift and pay taxes on that gifted money.
The.
Yeah, you guys are so fucking free down there. Yeah. Bye.
You have to fucking. You have to. Oh, fuck that shit. Up here, if you gamble and you win, that shit's yours.
Private jet to vacation all around the world.
Oh, what was the
Breaking
question?
The same hysteria over his boss's use of a guzzling private jet to vacation all around the world.
The Honourable Minister of Health.
Mr. Speaker,
Hi, Cannibalistic
we face
Wizard.
an existential crisis in climate change. The Conservative solution, you'd have to drive, I was wrong, and I admit it, it wasn't 37,000 kilometers, it was 44,000 kilometers to get the climate change. The Conservative solution, you'd have to drive, I was wrong, and I admit it, it wasn't 37,000 kilometers, it was 44,000 kilometers to get the benefit that they're talking about.
Sure it was. Do you also understand that the circumference of the planet is 40,000 kilometers? Did you know that?
And what they want to do is cut not only dental care, not only cut child care, not only cut pharmacare, but end our climate action and return to the days when the Conservative Party would go into climate conferences and attack the action the world was taking to save our planet. I will stand.
You get Pink Hollow being mad because you same thing in California. Yeah, it's bullshit. And what they could be doing and should be doing is raising the corporate tax on big businesses like big box stores and big box grocery stores.
Climate change, and so will this
but
party,
no.
Mr. Speaker.
The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
Speaker, his wacko math gets even worse. He's talking about vacations of 44,000 kilometers. Those are the vacations his boss takes.
Right? I'm sorry, only people like Trudeau go around the entire globe. Nobody else does shit like that.
In a taxpayer-funded, fuel-guzzling
private jet.
The vacations for which conservatives want to give Canadians a break is to a local campground where they can support the local economy. We know Canadians can't go abroad. All they can do is get in their small vehicle and have a small break. Why won't the government take the tax off so that they can afford to do that?
The Honourable Minister of the Environment and Climate Change.
Mr. Speaker, it seems that we have in fact underestimated the wacko math of the Conservative Party of Canada. According to Sarah Hastings-Simon, an associate professor at the University of Calgary Faculty of Science, and she crunched the numbers, the alleged numbers of the Conservative Party based on the savings, and her calculation, someone would have to drive 44,000 kilometers, not 37,000 kilometers, Mr. Speaker. 44, so you could in fact drive from the North Pole to the South Pole and back, and you would have some kilometers left. These are...
Oh my god. Did he just say no, you couldn't drive from the North Pole to the South Pole and back? Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. This is sad. Nobody knows geography or math. You could go from the North Pole to the South Pole and then like a little bit maybe to the south to the South Ocean.
These are the type of mathematics that these people are doing, Mr. Speaker.
The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
Speaker, if that particular minister had his way, Canadians wouldn't even be allowed to drive to the grocery store.
Nope.
Because he wants to abolish roads. He says we should not fund any more roads, and then has the audacity to call other people wacko. Most Canadians don't want to put on an orange jumpsuit or climb a building. They just want to take their kids for a merciful break from this miserable, broken economy. So
why is everybody laughing? Why is everybody laughing at that? Is that funny?
The government accept our common sense plan to take the tax off gas and diesel so Canadians can have a summer.
Oh, this was yesterday. I thought they did that already.
The Honourable Minister for the Environment and Climate Change.
You can't, in fact, drive from the North Pole to the South Pole. There are no roads. I'm sure they'll find ways to blame me for that. Leave alone the fact that there are two
oh my
oceans.
God.
But if you were to drive from Canada's most northern city, accessible by road, Tuktoyaktuk in the Northwest Territories, and then you drove to the most southern city, accessible by road, Tierra del Fuego in Argentina, you would have to drive 16,000 kilometers.
Why are we talking about this? Why? Nobody's gonna drive to Tierra del Fuego from fucking... Oh my god. Why? Why are we talking about this shit?
At an average speed of 100 kilometers an hour without stopping, it would be 60 hours, Mr. Speaker, and you're only halfway to the savings claimed by the Conservative Party of Canada.
What the fuck is this shit?
L'honorable député de La Prairie.
The Honourable Member for La Prairie. Mr. Speaker, the member for Alfred Pellan is putting forward the idea of making English an official language of Quebec. But he's not the first Liberal to suggest that, even though the idea was criticized. Who already suggested this kind of thing in 2016? The Prime Minister. In 2016, he said that the city of Ottawa shouldn't become...
Well, look at that. I just experienced the man versus bear paradox. The daycare workers refused to answer the phone. And then sounded very suspicious when they finally answered. Oh God, no, not the strange man delivering something to the day.
Become bilingual because Gatineau on the Quebec side is unilingual. So
what the fuck?
Bilingualism for 2016, the Prime Minister. In 2016, he said that the city of Ottawa shouldn't become bilingual because Gatineau on the Quebec side is unilingual.
Gatineau was not unilingual. What are you talking about?
So he was opposed to bilingualism for Franco-Ontarians if Quebec wasn't ready to make English.
But Gatineau wasn't
unilingual. He had to
unilingual.
apologize and say that he'd overstepped. Will he ask the member for Alfred Pellant to do the same thing? The Honourable Minister of Transport.
Why is that minister answering?
Mr. Speaker, there's a great deal of hypocrisy in what we hear from the Bloc Québécois here. First of all, we brought forward an incredibly ambitious action plan to strengthen the status of French. And yet, the Bloc Québécois voted against.
These idiots also seem to understand, for instance, just how big Ontario is. Yeah, that's true. In 2016, huh? It's 2024. 2016 means fucking nothing. Yep.
Against it. And then in budget 2024, we are massively investing to make our
massively
investing really equal. And
not just investing, but massively investing.
Once again. So the Bloc Québécois should at least have the courage of its convictions. The Bloc Québécois should admit that it says one thing and does the exact opposite.
Oh shit! That's from a liberal.
Member for La Prairie. The Liberals, there's a whole string of problems in their party when it comes to French. For example, the member for Glengarry Prescott Russell thinks that worrying about the decline of French is extremists and full of it. And the member from Mont-Royal said that applying Bill 101 to federally regulated businesses would be a shame. Or the member for Saint Laurent said that Bill 96 would prevent Anglophones from accessing healthcare. It's nonsense. Why can't the Liberals talk about the French language without this kind of ridiculous discourse?
Does he mean Hull Gatineau? Maybe. Because, yeah, that's monolingual. Hull? Yeah, Hull is... But I've been, like, I've been to Hull. It's not, like, I don't know. I wouldn't call it monolingual.
Honourable Minister of Transport. Well, what's ridiculous is my colleague's question.
Did she just say ridiculous?
Well, what's ridiculous?
She did. She said ridiculous. Apparently, she's fighting a boggart in Harry Potter.
Is my colleague's question.
It's ridiculous.
Who voted against the budget, which is investing money to defend English and French, who voted against the official languages plan. And let me just say one thing. Being a sovereigntist doesn't make you
when
more
90% of the country speaks one language, there should be one national language. The United States has been pushing for English as a national language, along with big swaths of Canadians, apparently. Yep. When I went to high school in California, I remember when they were trying to get Spanish as the official second language. Ugh. Stupid. It's oversensitive display.
A Quebecer than the Liberal members for Quebec and even the Conservative members for Quebec. There are Quebecers who are not sovereigntists, who are proud Quebecers, proud Anglophones, proud Francophones, and who will always stand up for Quebec no matter what the Bloc does.
Word salad.
The honourable member from Winnipeg Centre.
Mr. Speaker,
NDP.
it has been 5 years since the National Inquiry into Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women and Girls released its 231 calls for justice. Only 2 are fully implemented, and the Liberals continue to ignore this ongoing genocide.
And they were gonna give Robert Pickton day parole. Somebody talk about that.
Commissioners who led this inquiry are giving this government a failing grade. Rates of violence are up. Families are left looking for answers. 5 years, Mr. Speaker, and things are getting worse. Will the Liberals stop stalling and implement the calls for justice to save lives now?
No, because the liberals don't give a fuck about Indigenous people. How many times do I have to say this? It's very obvious.
The Honourable Minister for Crown and Indigenous Relations.
You can't even say it.
Speaker. First off, let me thank the member from Winnipeg Centre for her constant advocacy on this issue. Indigenous women, girls, two-spirit and gender diverse people in Canada are 12 times more likely to go missing or be murdered compared to their non-Indigenous counterpart. Urgent action is needed to improve safety, justice, and dismantle systemic racism. Today, we table the 2023-2024 Federal Pathway Annual Progress Report, noting funding for 52 community safety projects, 9 safety plans, 47 shelters, and a pilot red dress alert system.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
Progress includes better health services, expanded internet for over 25,000 Indigenous.
Cut off his mic. That's
the
right.
Honourable Member from Edmonton Strathcona.
Despite promising to do so 3 months ago, the Minister of Foreign Affairs has failed to issue a notice to exporters telling them that they cannot sell weapons to Netanyahu's government.
Because this... What the hell? I only learned enough Spanish to understand when they're saying things that should cause their beatings.
As Palestinians are starving, as violence in the West Bank escalates, and as UN experts are calling for the recognition of Palestine,
blah, blah,
liberals
blah.
won't act to stop a genocide. Peace requires action. Justice requires action. Two-way arms embargo, sanctions on Netanyahu's war cabinet, recognition of Palestine.
His war cabinet, huh?
Will the minister stop with their empty words and take action?
His war cabinet. What the fuck is what's Hamas doing then? Sending in puppies and candy?
The Honourable Minister for Foreign Affairs.
Speaker, the situation in Gaza is absolutely catastrophic. And that's why we need the violence to stop. We need an immediate ceasefire. And that is why Canada fully supports the proposal by the President of the United States. We need to take a chance on peace. And along with our allies, we're following very closely what my colleague just mentioned, because our position has been clear when it comes to arms export, and we'll take decisions accordingly. Thank you so much.
Again, more word salad that said nothing.
The Honourable Member from Peterborough Kawartha.
The level of hypocrisy on that side of the House is nothing short of astonishing. The Prime Minister is literally jet-setting around the world on his gas-fueled jet.
He's not, that's why he's not there. He's been flying around for the last 2 weeks from place to place to place.
And the Health Minister says, you know what, kids, you can't go on a family trip because it will cause the planet to burn.
Yeah, that's not hyperbolic and terrifying for children enough, you know? Like, no kids, no vacation for you, the planet's on fire. What? I don't see any fire.
We have the simplest common sense motion right now that will save Ontario families $592. That might mean nothing to them, but it means a lot. So will they listen, have some compassion, and axe the tax so families can make memories and
I'm trilingual. I tried to learn many languages and failed. They wouldn't be starving if they stopped helping and supporting terrorists. That...
and enjoy their time together.
Yeah. The Honourable Minister of the Environment and Climate Change.
They are sending the
The
hummus.
savings that the Conservative Party of Canada is claiming are simply not true, Mr. Speaker.
Oh, they're not true, huh? The Prime Minister's not flying around the world right now? Where is he then? Is he hiding under the podium?
Former Liberal MP, but a vocal opponent to our policies, and including carbon pricing, and no fan of mine, I might add, Mr. Speaker. He said when asked about that proposal proposal from the Conservative Party. He said, and I quote, "I'm in the wilderness, Mr. Speaker." He said that there's no way that the savings that they're claiming, and he's at the head of the Canadians for Affordable Energy, there's no way that the savings that they're claiming are true, one. And number two, it would cost the government billions of dollars of taxpayers' money. So where are they going?
It would cost the government billions of dollars to not have taxes for 3 months on gas. Billions. For the rest of June, July, and August. To just not federally tax gas. Billions. That's what. How many people do you think are in this country?
The honourable member from Peterborough Kawartha.
Mr. Speaker, nobody believes a word that side of the House says. They have completely lost trust in Canadians. They've caused chaos. They've caused crime. They've caused complete despair. Despair. People are using food banks.
Kind of makes me feel nice that we moved 20 minutes from the beach. It's like I'm back in high school. True.
At the highest record level they've ever used in their life. Nobody believes what they're saying. 35 cents a litre at the pumps. Do you know what that will save? Cost to ship the food. It will allow families to actually feed their families, and most importantly, will take off the stress that is creating mental health crises in this country.
Very
true.
So
when they stand over there and say that, we will fight for this. Will they? Yeah!
The Honourable Minister of Housing, Infrastructure and Communities.
Mr. Speaker, my honourable
look at Sean Fraser
saying that nobody believes what anyone in the government has to say. It's not us who's saying it. Mr. Speaker, one of the people who spent...
There's at least 900,000 people, I'd guess. Yes.
And tens of thousands of dollars to take Conservative MPs on a junket to London to wine and dine them so they would be
tens of thousands
in his chamber is saying that he's lost in the wilderness. Mr. Speaker, there are academics who have studied their proposal. The cost savings they say will
what academics?
That would say you had to go to the North Pole, to the South Pole, and back in order to make that a reality. She started her question before, Mr. Speaker, talking about hypocrisy. I'd remind her once again, she votes against the measures that she shows up for the announcements for in her riding.
What she's supposed to do. Okay, I'm sorry. Is she supposed to hide when you guys announce shit in her writing? Like, that, I hate that. Well, you vote against it, yet you show up when we announce stuff in your writing. Well, yeah. Of course she does. Ugh. Yeah, it would cost them billions because then they can't stuff their pockets with the money they're stealing from me. True. Then they would have to find other places to steal money from to pay Ukraine. And the Filipino volcano that just erupted yesterday, gotta make sure to pay for that too. Oh, good. Another volcano erupted. You know, what the fuck are these people gonna do when Yellowstone goes? Because it's been about 640,000 years since Yellowstone went. And they've kind of timed it to, it kind of goes off every 0.6 million years. So we're kind of due for a Yellowstone. What are these assholes gonna do when that happens? Are they gonna blame conservatives for all the ash that's coming down? Really?
The honourable member from Foothills.
This NDP Liberal Prime Minister loves to jet set around the world on his luxury vacations, but then stick the taxpayers with the bill.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the Liberal Health Minister is telling Canadians you cannot take a summer vacation or the planet will burn. This hypocrisy is ridiculous, and it's just not true. Conservatives have a common sense plan to axe all federal gas taxes until Labor Day, ensuring that Canadians can take their families on a summer vacation. Will the Liberal NDP Prime Minister stop his hypocrisy, stop his radical policies, axe the tax so Canadians can take their summer holiday?
No, they won't, because now they're going to come up with this stupid driving across the world bullshit again. Watch. They're just going to repeat that over and over again.
Well, Mr. Speaker, maybe it's the definition of a family road trip. I mean, for me, a family road trip is a few hundred kilometers. For the Conservatives, it's 44,000 kilometers in order to realize the benefit.
Global cooling is causing global warming somehow. We're the scientists and we say so. Well, we're not in global cooling though. We're warming up, but we're not warming up because of what these people say we're warming up. We're warming up because it's cyclically time for us to warm up. We just came out of an ice age 20,000 years ago. Why do you think all these volcanoes are waking up and spewing all their shit? We're also due for another continental shift. Africa is in the process of breaking up right now. The world is in the middle of change. And it's not because of humans.
That's a pretty big difference. But I'll tell you, well, they were spending the weekend trying to cut YouTube clips for Instagram or Facebook so that they could try to misrepresent.
Cut YouTube clips for Instagram or Facebook. Okay.
Issue as important as climate change. I can tell you, I was talking to the seniors that they want to deny dental care to. I was talking to the people who need
dental care.
Pharmacare. And of course, their focus, Mr. Speaker, is on not facts, but in misrepresenting issues, Mr. Speaker.
Sean Fraser forgot what he was going to say.
The honourable member from Foothills.
Here's the facts, Mr. Speaker. I was at a senior's home in Claresholm this weekend where they're seeing their rent increase 5% to cover the cost of the carbon tax. This is forcing seniors to make very difficult choices. Either stay in their home, afford food, or find other accommodations. Those are the facts.
And that's a home for seniors. So that's already like a residential home. And the rent for that place, those places are not cheap.
Common sense Conservatives are putting forward a plan that will save 35 cents a litre for Canadians. This will save Alberta families $955 this summer. Will the out-of-touch Liberals support...
And what does a continental shift do? Releases carbon into the atmosphere. We'll be coming down to another snowball Earth in the next couple million years. Yep. What he was talking to the seniors, the ones who don't understand how Instagram and YouTube works. Geez, Fraser, why are you such a retard?
Support the common sense Conservative plan to axe the tax so Canadians can take a well-deserved
I don't know
summer
why
vacation
Sean
with their
Fraser's
families.
so stupid. I don't know how he managed to, how he functions.
The Honourable Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Finance.
Oh God.
You know what is really hypocritical, Mr. Speaker? It is running on Aaron O'Toole's carbon tax plan and then doing a 180-degree pivot.
Who's running on Aaron O'Toole's carbon tax plan? I don't hear anybody doing that.
Let's talk about some stuff we can agree on. I think we all agree we want the Oilers to win the Stanley Cup.
Oh my God. What? What? Who gives a fuck about the Oh my God. Oh my fucking Jesus Christ. Nobody clap for that.
And I think we can all agree that Danielle Smith is a true blue conservative. So how do the conservatives...
I saw one with openings yesterday charging $4,500 for basic amenities. Jesus Christ. It's a trend I meant.
Conservatives reconcile that with the fact that she has raised the tax on gas by 13 cents a litre.
Because she had to pay for what you guys did.
The Honourable Member from Mégantic-L'Érable. Mr. Speaker, it's beautiful weather today. Parents will want to organize trips for their kids and have some good family time. But unfortunately, this Prime Minister's inflationary spending supported by the Bloc Québécois means that 54% of households have changed their plans because of the cost of living. People don't want to pay more at the pump like this radical bloc wants. They want to pay less and have more fun. Will the Prime Minister help the 65% of Quebecers who will be road tripping this summer in their car? Will the Liberals vote to suspend federal gas taxes over the summer? Yes or no? The Honourable Minister of the Environment and Climate Change. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The Conservatives don't seem to understand basic math.
I'm sorry. Who, really? You can say that with a straight face? Hello. Hello, my Canadians. Hello, my fellow Canadians. I am very Canadian. Can't you tell I know what hockey is? Yeah, right? Holy shit. What the hell kind of...
So between Matane and Baton Rouge, it's 2,800 kilometers. Like
oh
it says in
my
the song.
god.
That's about 30 hours of driving. So to get from Matane to Baton Rouge, well, you'd actually have to make that trip about 4 times. As I'm pointing out each individual time, about 5 times. That would be your road trip. This is complete nonsense.
No, what are you talking about? Not paying tax on gas for 3 months? You'd have to drive from Matane to Baton Rouge 5 times to save any money if you weren't paying gas for 3 months? Do you not understand how many times people fill up their cars? Like, do you not... Even the most basic of drivers fill up their car once a week. That's 4 times a month. That's 12 times in 3 months. And they're paying, let's say, 35 cents a liter in tax. Let's say their car is a 60-liter tank. What is 60 times 35 cents?
60 times 35 cents is 21 US dollars.
No. Fine. Whatever. $21. So that's $21 in tax times 12. That is... What's 21 times 12?
21 times 12 is 252.
Okay, that's $252 for a basic commuter that fills up their gas once a week. Okay. Oh, I'm getting there, honey. I'm getting there. Then there's the people like Pincolo who drive for a living and fill up their gas tank every day at $21 in tax. And we're just averaging a 60-liter tank. Some people have a 100-liter tank. Some, you know what I mean? Like, some people drive trucks. Those tanks are much bigger than 60 liters. So we're just using that as an average. So you take that 21 times 5, that's like 110, we'll say, a week, times 4, times 3. But no, the Conservatives can't do maths. Fuck off.
Then I have the...
They get chauffeured from their house to Parliament to the airport. None of them drive. That's true. That's true.
The honourable member for Mégantic-Lérard.
They've never filled up. And I bet you, even if they were to drive somewhere, that they would get, like, somebody to fill their tank for them.
Well, Mr. Speaker, people can't even get to Matane in the first place because of these liberal taxes. The Minister of Health really missed the boat last week and blamed kids. He said, I have good news for kids. They'll be able to have fun on their summer vacation. They'll be stuck in a car for 10 days in a row with no bathroom breaks.
Oh, yes. Yes, in the car. 10 days straight, no bathroom.
I'm sure they'll enjoy that while the planet is burning. instead of attacking kids and parents. Will the
It makes about as much sense. Don't try to do this math, please.
Prime Minister call his minister to order and vote for our common sense motion of suspending the gas tax over the summer?
This is so stupid.
The Honorable Minister of the Environment and Climate Change. Mr. Speaker, in order to benefit from the savings that the Conservative Party is claiming,
they're just gonna repeat the same thing over and over again, aren't they?
I don't know how much time the Conservatives think that people have for their vacation.
Yikes.
I'm talking about 320 hours in a row driving, no bathroom.
Don't forget about the prices in all of Canada are equivalent to California's gas prices. That's true. If you convert it to US dollars, yeah.
Breaks. No time.
This is gonna be the same shit over and over again, isn't
nonsense. It's really quite something. The Honourable Member for La Pointe-de-Lille. Mr. Speaker, once again, I'm going to come back to the Liberal slip-ups on the French language. Last week,
why are we talking about the French language?
The idea of making English an official language in Quebec. Of course, all the parties in the National Assembly denounced this idea. Even the Liberals at the provincial level, they said that this was an attack on the legacy of Robert Bourassa. But in this Parliament, not a single Liberal member has stood up to criticize the member for Alfred Pellan's idea. Silence equals consent in this case. Will someone finally stand up to say that this is wrong? The Honourable Minister of Transport.
Wow. Is this gonna be all of question period?
Well, I'll tell you what we're saying on this side of the house. We stand up for French, for bilingualism, for the Anglophone minority in Quebec, for the Francophone minority outside Quebec. We stand up for two strong languages. We will stand up to defend Quebec within Canada, unlike the Bloc Québécois, who do nothing other than foster division and cast petty blame around.
No. Your party doesn't foster division at all. No, not at all. No. You're perfectly fine and centered and everything is stable with the Liberal Party.
They didn't even support the official languages action plan. It is deeply
yeah, because you probably had to throw money at it.
The Honourable Member for La Pointe-de-Lille. There isn't one single red cent more for French in this official languages action plan, and there's only one francophone location in North America. Just one, but that's one too many for the member for Alfred Pellan, who wants us to make English an official language. Let me repeat that for people sitting in the back. If we want...
Was the word liberal and level just used interchangeable like? I think so.
To be bilingual, then Quebec needs to be francophone. Let me repeat it again as well. There's only one official language which is threatened in Canada and in Quebec. That's French. So
the French is not threatened in Quebec. I'm sorry.
Why do the Liberals always want to bring in more Anglicization measures? The Honourable Minister of Transport.
Why is the Minister of Transport answering a language question?
We know that Quebec is a francophone province. We have always recognized that and we've always defended it. We will continue to do that. If my colleague had even bothered to read the action plan for official languages, he would see that there's money for French. And if he had even bothered to read the budget, maybe it would have dawned on him that he's voting against the very things he claims to stand up for.
Oh, see, I told you they need to spend money to make Quebec more French. See, I knew it. Gotta spend more money to make things happen, right?
I want some consistency here. Does he want more to protect French? He should have voted for the official languages action plan, or he should have voted for the budget.
Vote to spend more money and we'll let French stay around.
Honourable Member for La Pointe-de-Lille. This is complete balderdash, Mr. Speaker. And
Balderdash?
we have to wait even for the member for Alfred Pelon's dream to come true if we want to see English become stronger in Quebec, because the Liberals are already doing so much to promote that.
Balderdash, they
said.
said.
Revealed that when it comes to the right to levels continue. The Liberals are already acting as if English were an official language in Quebec. Is that why they're defending their colleague for Alfred Pelon? The Honourable Minister for Official Languages. Thank you, Mr.
There we
Speaker.
go.
As the member across the way knows very well.
Where's the Minister for Official Languages been for the last 25 minutes? Like, holy shit. These are all questions for him.
On modernizing the Official Languages Act clearly states that French is declining in Canada. I'm from Alberta. I studied in French on the Saint-Jean campus, and thanks to
Oh, just a moment here. Do. Oh. Jump for you. Okay. I will jump for you. Let me put it on solo cam. Oh, let me do a stretch too, because I've been sitting for a bit. Okay. One. Ow. Stupid chair. Go over there. Okay. Let's try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew. Oh. Okay, back to the live scene.
Made the ludicrous statement that families enjoying road trips are somehow complicit in letting the planet burn. Mr. Speaker, this is just another example of this government's golden rule. Do as I say, not as I do.
Yeah.
Canada's Conservatives have presented an option.
Facts.
Remove the tax on fuel so Canadians can afford to put fuel in their tanks and food on their tables. Mr.
That's the biggest problem with this government. Do as we say, not as we do.
Speaker, will this Liberal NDP Prime Minister come out of the ivory tower and please vote yes so Canadians can afford basics and maybe even a summer getaway?
They're not going to vote on this. In fact, why hasn't any of you voted on the budget yet? When's that happening?
The Honourable Minister for Families.
Mr. Speaker, I have a really hard time believing that suddenly the Conservatives have an interest in doing what's best.
Why does the Minister for Families sound like she just took a whole whack load of Xanax before she came into the House of Commons?
The Canada Child Benefit, which I will say will be indexed to inflation next month, supporting Canadian families even more.
Oh, really? You're gonna raise it again? You're gonna raise it again to what? What are you gonna raise it by? $50?
They would have supported moving forward with early learning and childcare at $10 a day in enabling more parents to get back to work. Mr. Speaker, their actions are not matching their words.
The Honourable Member from Hastings, Lennox and Addington.
Mr. Speaker, 1 in 3 Canadians can access the childcare. The rhetoric needs to stop. Today, this government has the opportunity to vote.
Her brain just broke. She didn't know what to say to that. She did not know what to say to that at all.
To provide a temporary measure of relief for Canadians, $600 that the government will leave in the bank accounts of Canadians. Mr. Speaker, will the Prime Minister allow Canadians...
Yep. All governments in Western countries are having similar problems. Are having other problems with other government overreach. Yep. Government overreach is becoming a huge problem.
And vote in favor of the motion? Yes or no? Yeah!
The Honourable Minister for Families.
Mr. Speaker, quite the contrary to what we just heard. We know that 750,000 Canadian families are now able to access affordable, inclusive, accessible childcare through our childcare plan.
750,000 families? That's like that's a big, well, not even a big, that's a medium-sized city.
That's translated into thousands of dollars of savings each and every year for Canadian families.
That's ridiculous.
We'll continue to work with the provinces and territories to ensure more spaces are created.
Oh.
But this is how we
More
help Canadian
badly
families,
subsidized
Mr. Speaker.
spaces. Good.
The Honourable Member from Bull River.
Thank you. After 9 years as NDP Liberal government, Canadians are being squeezed from for every last penny, like Tammy in my riding.
What did you say, Spittlebuggies? How about you lower prices so mothers don't have to work? Oh, that would make sense. That's why.
The Honourable Member from Bull River.
Thank you. After 9 years as NDP Liberal government, Canadians are being squeezed from for every last penny, like Tammy in my riding. Families are paying hundreds every month on a tax plan that hasn't hit a single target. While Liberal ministers get chauffeured around town, they lecture Canadians that the planet will burn for driving to work or going to school, driving the kids to school. Will the Prime Minister quit exploiting families for trying to get by and cut the carbon tax catastrophe and vote for the common sense Conservative plan to help Canadians?
And also
this summer
stop
by
flying
taxing
around
the
in his
tax
damn
rate?
airplane.
The Honourable Minister.
Speaker, here are the facts. Albertans get the most in Canada carbon rebate, and there's a...
Trudeau will go surfing in Tofino, but claim he was there for some native powwow event 3 cities over. Yep.
There's a rural top-up that's going to double thanks to our budget. Mr. Speaker,
The
guess what?
rural top-up
Not
that's
only
gonna
that,
double.
but
Like I
when
said,
we had a
are you gonna top up the rural thing by $100? You're gonna top up the child tax benefit by what? $50 bucks?
Increase in the price on pollution this year. Guess who increased the price of fuel by 13 cents? The Premier of the province of Alberta, Danielle Smith, and guess what she did? No rebate, $0 back. The Canada Carbon
Oh, he's
rebate
yelling
puts money
again.
in the pockets of Albertan, while Danielle Smith and those Conservatives do absolutely nothing.
He's yelling again. What a lovely guy. During the 30s, mothers only worked because of boredom or family catastrophic situations. The funnier part is they say that they can now access it. The waiting lists are 5 years long. Yeah, these are stupidly long waiting, like longer than when we were trying to get our kids into daycare.
The Honourable Member
it's
for
Pip.
Petite Patrie.
Hello, Pip.
Mr. Speaker, the housing crisis is a source of intense stress for many people. There is a shortage of affordable houses and apartments. For years, Liberals and Conservatives have abandoned truly affordable housing. Experts tell us that federal buildings could alleviate the crisis by being converted into housing. It's a good idea, but people will have to actually be able to pay the rent. Can the Liberals guarantee that 100% of available federal land and buildings will be used for social and affordable housing?
No. Of course not.
The Honourable Minister for Housing, Infrastructure and Communities.
Oh, Sean
Mr. Speaker,
Fraser,
I'd
what do you
also
have
like
to
thank
say?
my colleagues for their concern and their building of affordable housing.
I'd like to thank my colleagues for their concern and their building of affordable housing. Really? They themselves have built affordable housing? They've gotten they've broken ground, they've laid foundation, they've put up drywall. They themselves have built affordable housing? Wow. Good for them.
I've shared why we've created an acceleration fund for housing, which goes through, notably, an agreement with Quebec.
Remind me to look up when I get home. Oh! Just look up a comparison to Taylor Swift's Air Travel and Justin Trudeau. Okay.
We have the opportunity to use public land to create affordable housing. I'm looking forward to working with my colleagues to establish the details and to build a lot of housing in the future for our country.
A lot of housing.
From Cowichan, Malahat, Langford.
Mr. Speaker, while a record number of families are turning to food banks, grocery CEOs have never been richer. The Liberals aren't cracking down on the corporate greed driving up food prices, and as for the Conservatives, they wouldn't dare touch the profits of their CEO donors. Canadians deserve better.
What CEO? You mean? I love how the NDPs are pretending that Loblaws and what was the Sobeys aren't donors to the Liberal Party. Yeah, but spittle buggies in the 30s mothers also knew how to make bread. That's true. Food used to be able to be made from scratch. Now mothers just want to go to McDonald's and stuff chicken nuggets in their kids' face. I hear so much about I spent $500 on groceries. Look at all the prepackaged crap I've got. Yep. Or the one that gets me. The one that gets me is nobody buys a fucking water filter they can put in their fridge. They buy bottled water. We live in Canada and people are buying bottled water. Those 24 bottles of water for like $6, $7, $8, $9, $10. When all they need is a reusable water filter that they can fill up at the tap. And they're like, my grocery bill is so high. I don't understand. Why is food so expensive? And like Pincalo said, they've got like Stouffer's lean cuisine shit and Totino's pizza rolls and fucking all that nonsense. And then the bottled water. And it's like, well, stop buying all that shit and your grocery bill won't be so high, dumbass.
The NDP is giving the Liberals a chance to put an end to corporate greed by making rich CEOs pay what they owe so that we can invest that money back into Canadians. Will the Liberals...
Think about it. You walk down... Let's see. Think about it. You walk down the street in any neighborhood and you see like 10 fast food restaurants. Not on the main drag, but on the side streets or in the plaza.
Yeah. Our motion to make rich grocery CEOs pay what they owe.
I need someone to explain to me what the hell an acceleration fund is and why the hell there's a secret fund. That's a good idea. That's a very good question.
I'd like to thank the colleague for the question. In fact, we all recognize in this country that, you know, families are having a hard time when it comes to groceries, Mr. Speaker. That's why we've acted. In fact, with the Minister of Finance, we presented to this nation the largest revamp of our competition law in the country. But guess what, Mr. Speaker? The Conservatives...
Oh, he's yelling now.
You know, those are the ones who are standing and saying they want to help families. They voted against. Mr. Speaker, if they want to do something to help us, they should stand with us and ask Costco and Walmart to sign the Grocery Code of Conduct. That's the best way to bring fairness in this country. We'll keep pushing, and I hope they're going to join us in that endeavor, Mr. Speaker.
Good answer.
Député de Sudbury.
Mr. Speaker, today marks the 5th anniversary of the National Inquiry into the missing
Oh
and murdered
my
Indigenous
God.
women, girls, and 2 SLGBTQIA+ peoples.
There's a second Q? What the fuck is the second Q for? 2 SLGBTQIA? What the fuck is the second Q for? Why are we adding letters? Why are we adding letters? Fuck that. Hashtag LGB all the way.
Systemic violence faced by Indigenous peoples. It is not just a time to reflect on the past, but to assess our work towards meaningful change. Can the Minister of Crown Indigenous Relations provide an update on the progress made in implementing the calls for justice?
Can the minister explain what the fuck the second Q is for?
The Honourable Minister for Crown Indigenous Relations.
Mr. Speaker, I just came from the front lawn of Parliament Hill where I heard from Bridget Tolley. Her mother was stolen from her over 20 years ago, and she has been seeking justice ever since. This is the story of many Indigenous families and survivors across this country. On this 5th anniversary of the National Inquiry, we stand with people like Bridget. While there's a lot of work to do, Mr. Speaker, we will continue to ensure that each and every cause of justice is fulfilled. I thank the member for Sudbury for this question.
The Honourable Member from Charleswood, St. James, Assiniboia, Headingley.
After 9 years of this NDP Liberal government, never before has so much been spent to achieve so little. Despite having
we have 22 minutes of this left. Do we want to go all the way to the end, or should we go to the cop videos? I just love our tap water. I don't give a shit. It's awesome. It's very tasty. It's very tasty. It's very refreshing. I really, really enjoy that. Our water is nice and like it doesn't taste like it's over chemicalized. Like you don't taste the chlorine. Like it's a good thing. It's a great tasting source of tap water. It's yummy.
Canada confirmed that GDP per capita has fallen again for the 6th time in 7 quarters. Under this Prime Minister, Canadians have seen one of the steepest falls in the standard of living in our history. Why is this Prime Minister spending so much to make Canadians so poor?
Because all he cares about is himself.
The Honourable Deputy Prime Minister
That's
and
why.
Minister of Finance.
Mr. Speaker, the Conservatives just can't resist talking Canada down. That's why we are not hearing from them.
Talking
about
Canada
inflation
down,
for
eh?
4 months in a row being within the Bank of Canada's target range, and in April, the lowest it has been in 3 years.
That doesn't mean things are good for us. That just means that the Bank of Canada doesn't have to raise interest rates right now.
At 2.7%. That is why we are not hearing from them that last year Canada attracted the most foreign direct investment per capita in the entire G7. The other thing we're not hearing from them is all the programs they're going to cut, starting with the National School Food Program.
Let's see. When did your uncle rise back from the dead? Jesus, why do the French always yell? Well, water is nice too. It is nice.
The Honourable Member from Charleswood, St. James, Assiniboia, Headingley.
The fact of the matter is that a Canadian standard of living is declining. In the United States, GDP per capita has grown more than 8% since 2019. Our economy is now underperforming the United States by the widest margin since 1965.
Yeah, that's why our dollar is so fucking low.
Has grown morbidly obese. More Canadians are visiting food banks than ever before. This is economic malpractice. Why is the Prime Minister spending so much to make Canadians so poor?
He's asking again. He's like, no, I'm not done asking. You didn't answer the question. I'm gonna ask it again. Why are you doing this? What's it called? I admire his doggedness.
The Honourable Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Finance.
Mr. Speaker, yet again, these Conservatives are relentlessly talking Canada down.
No, they're not. They're talking you down and your bullshit.
And concealing their austerity agenda. The reality is, Canada has added 1.3 million more jobs than we had before the pandemic.
And are they temporary jobs? Are they Are they jobs done by temporary immigrant workers? Because most of them are. I already know the answer to that.
The Canadian economy
They don't employ
is
citizens.
104% the size it was before the pandemic. A rate of growth second in the G7, only to the United States. And Mr. Speaker, we have preserved our AAA credit rating with a stable outlook.
The honourable member from Haliburton, Kawartha Lakes.
Speaker, the latest number from Stats Canada shows that under this Liberal government, Canadians have seen one of the steepest falls in living standards
Not
in our
Stats
country's
Canada.
history. This means our
Not the
has now
evil
dropped to the
Statistics
same level
Canada
it was 8 years ago,
with facts
while the
and shit.
unemployment rate is up from last year. After 9 years of this Liberal government, Canadians are worse off. They're working twice as hard to take in half as much. In fact, Canada's economy has stagnated, and Liberal policy is to blame. So why is
We used to be the ones going to the States to shop because it was cheaper over there. Now it's the other way around.
the Prime Minister spending so much to make Canadians so poor?
The Honourable Minister for Innovation.
So
Mr.
here he
Speaker,
goes.
it's
He's gonna
amazing to
yell.
hear the Conservative talking down Canadians, Canada, and our prospect, Mr.
Canadian.
Speaker.
Yes, they're talking down Canadians. Yes. That's exactly what they're doing.
The world, Mr. Speaker, people are talking about Canada. You know what? As my colleague said before,
Because Trudeau has made Canada a laughing stock. That's why the whole world is talking about Canada. They're going, Jesus Christ, what the hell happened to Canada?
we have received the largest level of investment, Mr. Speaker, in our economy. You know why? Because we have the best workers in the world, Mr. Speaker.
That's right.
Because we have renewable energy. Because we have trade agreement with our G7 partners, Mr. Speaker. Because we know what to do
That's
things in this
right. There's Chrystia Freeland in the background. That's right.
country, Mr. Speaker, and while they talk down Canada on this side of the house, we will keep pumping up Canada, we'll keep being proud for this country, and we'll bring jobs in this country.
The Honourable Member from Haliburton, Kawartha Lakes.
Speaker, the Liberals are ruining the economy. Production of made-in-Canada goods.
This year is a flushing pipes year. Oof. It's not fun, but it's worth the effort. Oh, I don't doubt that it's not fun, but it would be definitely great.
Straight quarter, the latest drop by 0.7% in the first 3 months of this year. Canada remains last of 37 market-based countries that haven't recovered from before the pandemic. In fact, Canada underperforms the American economy by the widest margin since 1965. And sadly, Canada's economy continues to stagnate under this Prime Minister's uncontrolled spending and punishing taxes. So why is the Prime Minister spending so much?
Okay, I can't do this anymore. It's literally the same shit. It's literally the same shit. We are at 36 minutes and there is 54 minutes. It is the same bullshit over and over. We've had the same question asked by 3 different Conservative MPs in the last 5 minutes. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a bathroom break and then we're gonna get into our cop videos to end out the stream and have some fun. Because this is just getting repetitive and I can tell if I'm getting bored, you guys are getting bored. So let's all of us take a bathroom break and I will be right back. like I said, that was getting a little bit ridiculous. So, we are going to get into our police videos. First, we have a guy who pulls a knife on a police officer, and it doesn't end well. So as I'm sure you can all imagine. So let's take a look.
On May 29, 2023, officers responded to a call of a domestic disturbance.
Oh, I think I might need to check the volume. Oh, yeah. That's better. That's better.
Get the back.
No.
Oh.
That
Get
escalated
on the
quick.
No, 16, get in the tail. You get back. Get on the ground.
I guess he's the guy with the knife?
No. Get on the ground right now. You know what? Get on the ground.
Taser.
Sir, get on the... Stay on the ground. Roll on your stomach.
Flushing pipes. Giggity.
Roll on your stomach.
I guess that's the dude with the knife?
Get on your stomach right now.
I'm trying, okay?
Get on your stomach right now.
All right.
Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. That's really f***ing stupid.
I guess that was the dude with the knife. Dumbass. Why would you pull a knife on a cop?
Really stupid. One detained, Central. You're gonna stay.
The cop walked up to the door of the building and the suspect just jumped out the door. What a lovely person. Just lovely.
Right there.
Dumbass.
I have enough time.
Yeah, except the knife that you just held to me?
I wanted you to shoot me.
Oh my god. I'm having fucking flashbacks. We knew a person that this happened to. Except he didn't survive.
Really smart. Really smart. Stay right there. Roll back on your side.
Okay.
Jesus Christ, I didn't know he was gonna say that. I wanted you to shoot me. Fuck. That's rough. Okay.
It's secure. I haven't made contact with the victim yet. He held a knife to me.
But can you please take your shoe off?
Nope.
Really? Sorry. What's wrong with you? Please.
Yeah, one of them made contact. Stand by with him.
That is... I was not expecting him to say that. Pincalo and I literally know somebody who was interaction with police. He had a knife and yeah, not alive anymore. And yeah.
Can you please take your shoe off?
Yeah, once he gets here.
Wow.
You okay?
Like literally.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
ran
kind of
out.
hard to survive when a cop puts him yeah.
I don't know.
But I mean, like this is like this is a very close parallel. Like this, I just wish that the
maybe for
cop
the probes.
in the situation that we know had used his taser instead of his gun.
All right. I do have some things to say. Okay. Okay. Tell me what do you need to say?
She's got lacerations to her face.
Oh, good.
No.
Lacerations to her face.
Just hang tight for 1 second.
It's very hot, sir.
Bravo 11 Central. He's saying she's got lacerations to her face. Can you just have FD step it up a little bit?
So he cut her, and then he went to go to the cops with the knife.
All right. Tell me what happened.
Sure. She's, you know what? In fact, I think, David, I spoke to you. I'm not sure.
I've never seen you before in my life.
Okay, no, what I was saying was on Flagler Avenue, okay? You know, she had lots of drink. So I spoke to one of your officers.
So he's
You guys were on Flagler today?
Yes. And I said, you know what? I got her a ride home, you know?
So he's drunk. You can hear it, and now that he's talking more, he's slurring. He's under the influence.
Okay.
And I did.
So who is this to you?
Okay, girlfriend.
This is your girlfriend? How long you guys been dating?
Maybe ex now.
Maybe for a while.
Huh?
For a while.
How long is a while?
I mean, a couple years.
Couple years?
Oh,
okay, you guys live here
shit.
together?
Yes.
Okay.
You put a knife to
That
the...
hurts.
Okay.
But what I was getting at was, I talked to one of your officers, and I said, you know, I said, because she's from England, right? All right. It's hard to talk. All right, I'm telling you.
No, I'm listening to you.
No, I got
So
you.
she's from England.
Right. And so she's got some friends that came in from England today. They're, you know, 2 gay guys. It's okay, whatever.
Okay. Are they staying here with you guys?
No. She got.
That's a loud cicada. Holy shit. That cicada is loud. That's true. You're lucky enough. I didn't know Bo. You're right. I only knew Mike.
We got them at a place at the place at the
A condo down there?
I
Or a
got
hotel
them
down there?
somewhere. I've lost my 2 gay friends. I can't remember where I've put them.
right next to the pizza place.
Oh, I put them next to the pizza place. Okay, now I remember.
So anyway, we're all
Now
there,
I remember where
and,
they are.
They had a lot to drink. So I did. I fucked with them.
I don't know. That's the knife that he had.
He's got
so.
one in his...
What's the... I wonder how big that knife is.
Yeah,
He's got one in his back.
Is it a folder? Or a straight
I went to
blade?
open this
Like a
door,
fixed
came to
blade?
the side door, he kicked it open, held it at me. I went to this side, told him to get on the ground, switched to taser. It was ineffective. And then I gave him a kick.
Did you talk to someone talking?
Yeah, Sierra's in there with her. She's all really beat up.
Yeah, so tell me what happened today.
Okay, so
The one in the
I
back
talked
right there.
to one of the cops on Flagler Avenue.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and I said, you know what, she needs to go home. And what I did was I got her.
It didn't hit him.
Was ineffective. You hurt anywhere, man?
I am.
Where?
I am
just
hurt.
hitting the sidewalk.
Okay, you have any cuts on you or anything like that?
Oh no, I rolled over.
This is just
I
a
was hitting hard. Yes.
weird parallel.
Maybe it's this elbow here and then
But
the other side.
I didn't know the actual person it happened to. I knew his brother.
I'm gonna start getting some paperwork.
And we're not really friends with that group of people anymore, so.
I'm burning up. I am burning up here. If you can at least put me on the grass, please.
All right. Can you stand up if I assist you?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Look, so
Go
that's
ahead and
not
Okay.
too
stand
bad.
up. And then we'll set you down on the grass.
Okay, ready?
Yep.
Okay, great.
Walk over here to the grass. Watch your foot.
Yep, that's fine.
And sit down on the grass.
All right, thank you.
I want to hear the girlfriend's side of the story.
All right. So what caused us to be called today? Why were you guys arguing or whatever? What was going on?
She's got cousins that were just coming here
He sounds really out of
From
it.
England, right? You said.
Correct, yes.
Okay. And then what happened after they got here?
Well, they didn't come here.
They didn't come here?
No, sir. Me and her were on
No,
the
the
beach
gay
today.
guys came here.
Uh-huh.
She has
I'm
cousins
trying to
too.
look at you. Can you see me? I mean,
I can see you.
He beat the crap out of her. And then he came at me with a knife, so it's lucky to be sitting there talking to us. So.
But no shit. He is lucky that that officer went for his taser and not his He doesn't look very young though. No, he doesn't sound very young. He sounds like he's probably in his mid-40s. But yeah, he's lucky that that officer went for his taser and not his gun.
What happened when you guys got home
Very
today?
lucky.
What started all of this to happen? Us getting called.
Sorry, I'm telling you right now. She just like is crazy about it. Yeah.
So she went crazy? How did she go crazy?
I'm just telling you seriously. Just want to let you know. Okay. It's I talked to you guys really.
I talked to you guys. I talked to you guys. Okay, so does that mean it's okay for you to beat up your girlfriend?
Front kick?
Yeah.
Yeah, like the front kick.
I don't think it
Like
does.
chest area?
In the back.
On the back.
What happened today? I'm going to ask you one more time, and then I'm not going to give you another chance to talk to me.
Yeah, right? He's giving him ample opportunities to tell him what happened. He goes, I talked to you guys earlier.
I want to know specifically what occurred when you guys got home today from the beach that caused law enforcement to be called.
Huh?
She called them.
Why?
That's what she does. Okay.
That's what she does. I don't think she just randomly calls the cops?
Did you do anything to cause her to want to do that?
Sir, no, I didn't. Okay?
No.
No,
So
sir,
she just called the
okay.
police and,
She
and
just
making
called the
things
cops.
She said that, and I said, you know what? If you're doing that, okay, and I came outside then. I did come outside.
So did you guys ever get into a physical altercation?
No.
No?
No.
How did
Then
she
why
get
is
cuts
she all
on?
beat up?
Oh, you know what? She'll always probably say that, but no, never.
Okay, so as far as you're concerned, this was a verbal altercation between both of you?
Yes.
Okay.
Then why is the ambulance there? And why is she all beat up? Is his girlfriend female? Yes.
Yeah, I tased him in the back.
I tased him in the back.
So he saw the knife in his hand. I followed up with a front kick, which was effective.
Nice!
The
I
knife
front kicked him, and then I tased him.
went flying. I cuffed him up, and then Landon shut up.
He's, as far as today's incident is concerned with him, what he's telling me is it's all verbal. Nothing happened.
How much have you had to drink today? I don't want you to tell me nothing. I want you to tell me.
Yeah, don't lie. Don't lie, because you're very clearly drunk or something.
So I know where we stand. How much have you had?
You know what? All right, I need help. Then.
We're getting you help.
I need help.
You need help from the
I
alcohol?
need help.
So you've had a lot to drink today.
Yeah, I have.
So you need some help. Okay.
I do. Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll
And
let them know that.
It's hurting too. Right.
What's hurting? Oh, the kick from when you showed your knife to the cop? You mean that kick?
The handcuffs are hurting.
It's hurting. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, the handcuffs. Okay.
How much do you think you had to drink, bud? Just so I have an idea.
You know what? I've done.
Is it beer or like vodka or something?
Oh no! Listen, I don't do drugs. No, I'm telling you, I don't believe drugs.
I'm not saying you do, but
I don't believe in drugs.
had some
Okay.
alcohol today.
Yes.
Like it starts to lock up. All right. And,
Okay.
Yep.
So I did do alcohol.
Okay. All right, no problem.
Fire truck tube.
You have a tube?
What a waste of fire crews. I think
knife
they
tube?
have to show up.
Oh my god. You know what? Someone wants to grab this knife. Yeah, all right, man. So I'm Corporal Hunnefeld with the police department, all right? I'm the one investigating the use of force. Okay, the taser deployment when he kicked you. What happened today?
Well, I'm not gonna tell you.
What do I mean?
No,
you got tased and got
just
kicked,
asking.
so I'm trying to figure out what happened today. Why did the officer tase you? Do you know why he tased you?
I don't know why.
Know why?
I
What was up
don't
with this
know
knife in your hand?
why.
I don't know.
When you went through that, what was up with this knife in your hand?
I don't know.
I don't know what was up with the knife in my hand. It just showed up there randomly. I hate when that happens. It's a big problem.
When you went through that door, did you see that officer?
No.
Okay. Did you say anything to the officer? Did he say anything to you? No. So you just kept walking away. And
That's
was it.
not what
Sir,
happened.
I'm talking to you. I know. Talking to me. All right.
Let's call us back. They need us. All right, we'll do. I don't fine. He's just playing the game.
Photo of him.
I want to hear what the girlfriend has to say.
Are you good if I get him out?
Yeah, I think he's on.
All right. All right. I'm gonna stand you up, okay? I'm gonna take you to the hospital to get checked out, and then we're gonna go to jail. Okay.
Okay. 52. Read back.
The car with the lights that are still flashing, we're going to that one. Lean on the car. Do you have anything on you that's gonna poke me, stick me, kill me, nothing? No more knives?
Yeah. No more surprise knives. No? Alright.
Go ahead and slide in. I'm gonna put the seatbelt on you.
Got that. Victory path, because I'm not pulling anything up on the GPS for that.
Sir, it's just hurt. I got you. I'm just assisting you so you
Yes, I know.
fall in.
They're handcuffs. They're not supposed to feel happy. What an idiot. What a special idiot. Pulling a knife on your girlfriend, being drunk. Just ugh. Gotta love these people. Last video we have, entitled idiot tries to use her kid as a shield to avoid arrest. Doesn't work. And of course, it's a radical video because we gotta have the laugh to end the stream, right? Right.
And we're gonna go in handcuffs for now because you're making me hella nervous. Don't put your baby in the middle of this.
Are you using the kid as a shield? I don't know what's worse, driving without seatbelts, having no regard for the safety of your kid, or using said kid as a shield.
All of the above?
Can you roll on the back window for me, please? Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. I just can't see that because of the tint. You have your driver's license on you?
No.
What, do you have a good driver's license?
No, I don't. Why are you driving then? You don't have a good driver's license and you don't... Lovely. He pleaded no contest to all charges. Oh, good.
Why are these kids?
Because we have
Good driver's license?
no, I don't.
Why are these kids?
Because we have an family emergency. I'm putting my auntie right here. She's really at the purpose parking lot.
Alright. Do you have an ID card on you?
No. Can I call her? She's right there.
Well, let's work on getting all your information and everything first.
So how many kids does she have in that car? And she's driving without, first of all, she's driving without a license, and she doesn't have a valid license. Oh, boy.
What's that?
Step out.
No.
Hey, officer, are you gonna get a ticket for having her parked next to a fire hydrant?
Meat shields are squishy and move too much, especially the tiny ones, right?
Sorry.
They yell too.
What's that?
Step out.
No.
Hey, officer, are you gonna get a ticket for having her parked next to a fire hydrant?
What's your first name?
Jasmine.
You gonna think about that?
No.
I love that. He is not impressed that she is driving with kids in the car, and that she is like with the kids and everything. So he's like, what? You had to think about your name?
Hang up the phone and talk with me right now. Jasmine.
Yes, I'm talking to you. I know, sir.
Okay, so you need to focus on me and not all that. So hang up the phone and talk with me right now. Spell your first name for me.
Okay.
Get off the phone, bitch. What are you doing? Ugh.
Sir, can you talk real quick?
Yeah, hop on out the car for me. Hop on out the car and we'll talk back here.
Yeah, let me get you away from all these kids. If you're gonna be like this, let me get you away from these children.
Yeah, back here.
So I don't have a license. I don't supposed to be driving.
Okay.
So, you know. But
Well, I guess you think that might explain.
I don't supposed to be driving. So I don't have a license. I don't supposed to be driving.
So I don't have a license. I'm not supposed to be driving. Then why the fuck are you driving?
Okay. So, you know. But
Well, I guess you think that might explain the kid crawling around on the front seat there.
Jesus Christ.
Common knowledge? You
It's not even strapped into a car seat?
don't need to have a driver's license to know that is not using your brain.
I'm just trying to get my kids to the other.
Common knowledge?
I'm trying to
you
get
don't
my
need to
kid
have a
to
driver's
what?
license to know that is not using your brain.
I'm just trying to get my kids to the other Airbnb we just checked into, so you know.
I'm just trying to get my kids to the other Airbnb. Why are we not getting an Uber to the other Airbnb?
Are you Jasmine?
Yes.
What's that? I didn't quite catch that. Is she jazzing? But why?
Well, you've hesitated on it twice now, so.
No, I am Jasmine.
You're just nervous because you know you don't have a good license?
Yes.
Oh, so allegedly, Jasmine, who seems to be jazzing. I don't even know what that means.
You're being upfront. That's half the battle. How bad is your license?
I'm not supposed to be driving, but I'm just trying to get my kids.
I ain't supposed to be driving. The word is supposed to, not opposed to. Opposed is a different word.
I mean, are you suspended, canceled, revoked?
Suspended, maybe?
Suspended?
My kids literally.
I mean, are you suspended, canceled, revoked?
Suspended, maybe?
Suspended. Suspended. She ain't supposed to be driving because her license is suspended. I'm trying. I'm really trying.
Well, I guess then you're free to go. Suspended? What the? I mean, I don't even know what you said.
Thank you,
Suspended.
Rajical.
That's what I heard.
Are you habitual?
I think so, maybe. I don't know.
Think might be habitual?
Yeah, but I just don't want to go to jail today.
Well, you're going to jail today.
I'm sorry, ma'am. Is your schedule full? Maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, I could get back on schedule.
I'm just trying to get my kids.
Well, I'm not trying to take one to jail in this weather unless I absolutely have to. I'll tell you that, okay?
Let's absolutely have to.
Like if I don't have a choice. Like there's certain things where I don't have a choice, right? But if I can figure out a way to not make that happen, I'll work with you. So like I said, I ain't trying to take someone to jail in this weather. Hey, come over here.
No, I'm just getting my kids out.
I'm just getting my kids out. Why? Why? Your kids don't need to be out.
Oh, let them stay in the car for now. Yeah, they'll be safer in there anyway, yeah.
There's two police, I'm scared. I don't want to go to jail, sir.
You're good. Hop back over here. You're being cool with me right now, and I feel like, you know, I'm being pretty cool with you, right?
But I just know I'm
All right, so
and I'm not trying to go to jail.
I got you.
I'm not trying to go to jail. What, do you think having your kids out of the car will keep you from going to jail? Oh my god, she does. She does.
No one wants to go to jail, right? But like I said, if I can figure out any way to make sure that doesn't have to happen, I'll facilitate that because I'm not trying to take someone to jail in this weather. All right?
Huh. You learn something new every day. If the weather is not alright, I mean, that's not... huh? Cool.
He's just trying to be nice, Rajical, that's all.
Cool. We're just being cool around here, right?
But like I said, I'm not gonna make any promises and tell you like I'm not going to, because there's certain charges that I don't have a choice with it, right?
Okay.
But I don't even know if that's the case yet. First, I have to figure out who you are. So Jasmine, spell your first name for me.
Jasmine.
Jasmine.
Yes. Can you just please let me with a warning, sir? Hello. Yeah, I'm right here on Central, right on the side of Publix.
Tango 16, send me another unit non-emergency.
I'm right here on Central. You said what, sir?
What's your social?
I'm right here on Central, right on Central. Right on.
So now she's calling for her aunt, probably?
No, it's right on the side of Publix, literally.
What's the zip code?
33712. So what's the... Hold on, baby. I'm gonna grab this. Sorry. It's not so very...
Now, what could be the reason of pulling the kid out of the car? And
Yeah, why do you need to pull the kid out? The kid's just reassure the kid, make sure that he's okay, and then close the door.
this weather even. I mean, what, is it raining? I don't see any raindrops in the watery bit over there. Still, mighty suspicious of you pulling the kid out of the car.
How old's the youngest one? How old is she?
She's 2.
She's 2?
2.
Why you need help, sir?
Because you're acting really nervous, and it's making me nervous. So I'm gonna have them stand by with you while I check everything, because you're making me...
I'm sorry,
You're making me real nervous the way that you're acting. I just don't want you doing anything silly, okay?
I'm not trying to do anything silly.
Alright, because you can't stop moving around, and it took me like 5 times to get your name out of you, so well, like I said, I've been pretty cool with you.
Oh, but I'm afraid of the police. I hate when people do this. I really hate when people... I'm afraid of the police. Well, this police officer hasn't given you a reason to be afraid of them.
Right?
Yes.
Alright, so like I said, try and calm down and just hang tight for a minute while I look and see how bad your license actually is. Stay away from the car for now, alright?
Now he's got to check her shit
All I'm
out.
seeing is a GTA ramp right over there. You know, you gotta do an
GTA
insane stunt bonus.
So now he's got to check her for her warrant.
Jasmine, stop moving around and just stand by with the other officer. Come on.
Now, oh, she won't move. She won't stop. He's trying to get her name, her information entered in. I can hear him typing it.
All right, Jasmine. We're not gonna keep playing this back and forth game.
Okay, I'm not here, so I'm sorry.
Put the kid down in the car, and you're gonna go in handcuffs for now because you're making me hella nervous.
I don't want to...
Don't put your baby in the middle of this.
I'm not. I'm just gonna stand here. I'm standing right here, sir.
So this is where we're at now. We need to put the kid back down in the car. You're gonna go in handcuffs, Jasmine. Jasmine, if you don't listen to what I'm doing, you're going to go to jail.
Trying to keep them...
Right here, Jasmine.
Trying
no,
to keep them
not
from
around
arresting
this way.
her
This
because
side
she has
right
a
here
kid in
where you
her
were before.
arms.
Why are you putting me in handcuffs for?
Lovely. Lovely.
Though.
Jasmine.
I'm not doing anything.
You're not here to ask questions. Do what he tells you, then we'll talk with you.
Okay, can I let my family get here for my kids?
No.
No.
You're about to make the situation way worse for yourself. And I don't want you to put your kid in this. You're this
But
close to
you
this,
are,
you're gonna go to
though.
church if you don't do what I'm telling you to do.
Give me the child.
Oh my God. Okay.
Put your hands behind your back.
For what?
Put your hands behind your back. I'm not going to tell you again.
So we've got ourselves a... I'm not doing anything. At least she didn't use a double...
Oh, I'm so old.
What the hell happened? Hello? I'm still doing the stream. No, I'm on my last video. It's okay. It's okay. I'm almost done my last video. If they have a sale on large packs of toilet paper, I would get that. Large packs of toilet paper? We've got about a quarter of a bag of cat food left, so if they've got a sale on cat food. Bye. Oh shit.
And we're gonna go in handcuffs for now because you're making me hella nervous. Don't put your baby in the middle of this.
Are you using the kid as a shield? I don't know what's worse, driving without seatbelts, having no regard for the safety of your kid, or using said kid as a shield.
Oh god! Now I gotta go all the way up to here.
Nervous.
Oh my god, I'm not doing anything, sir.
Did this to yourself.
I didn't do anything. I'm
You
just
have
sitting
been
right
asking
here.
to talk you the entire time to listen.
Y'all making me nervous, sir.
Hey, you can't use that. The officer is already nervous. It's like
Yeah.
you're doing the Glenn Serial thing by repeating the
Can't
stuff
do
you
that.
heard as if it is some kind of point.
I've been nothing but polite with you. You have done nothing but not listening to me the entire time I've been out with you. I have done my darndest to avoid this, but you have put me in a position where I have no choice. I haven't even verified how bad your license is yet, but I'm gonna go on a limb and say you probably already know that it's a felony, which is why you're acting like this.
Yup.
So now we're gonna have a seat in the back of this cruiser while I confirm everything. No.
Nope.
I just want to see what my
You
kids.
can put your shoes on.
I just want to see what my kids.
You know, you fucked up. You are done, lady.
Because you're not listening. You have yet to listen to a single thing I've told you to do this entire time. And I'm tired of playing games.
Sir, I just want to see it, please. Oh my god, I just want to see what
Oh my
kids.
god,
Please,
oh my
please,
god.
just let me, please, sir.
You do not listen.
Stop
I'm
using
not
your
trying-
children.
If I tell you one more time, you're going to jail.
Okay. Oh my god, I just want to see my kids. That's fine with you?
Why are you using your
In the
children
car,
as a
and I'm not
shield?
gonna repeat myself again.
Do you have anything on you?
No.
Other
I just
than
want-
this?
Sir, please, I just want to stay away from my sisters, please. My kids are
If
in
I
the
have to
car.
repeat myself one more time, you're going to jail.
I'm not trying to go to jail either.
All right,
Then shut up.
Well, I mean, you were going to an Airbnb. It depends on the status of the Airbnb. Maybe it's better to go to jail. Also, stop flip-flopping around. That's the bigger issue here. You can't flip-flop around if you're in the backseat of this car. I mean, Why are doms always doing the dom? It's so tiresome.
I just see my kids. I just want to look at my kids.
I just want to look
In
at
the
my
car,
kids.
Jasmine.
I just want to see my kids.
Jasmine?
Okay? Oh my god, sir, you mean like I'm not trying to be difficult.
Yes, you are. You literally are, though. You are being the definition of difficult and using your children as a shield to do so.
Well, you're doing a really good job at being difficult. Yeah, she's habitual, so she knew what time it was.
Oh, hey, calm down, officer. We can't have that kind of language here. She's a bitch. I mean, that. Habitual. That's what I meant.
I love the cow.
Alright, so you stop, do not put your legs out. So you're habitual, you knew you were, that's why you're acting like this. So you're going to jail today. I don't have any choice.
That's fine. Can I just call my sister quick?
Yes, where's your
The man got it.
do you still have it?
Yes.
Alright. The phone's up here.
You're done, lady.
No.
I can't help
Nope.
my kids.
Stay in the car.
Sir, please. I just want to help
No.
my kids.
My kids, my kids.
I do. I want to help them. What is?
How do you
You're driving without a license, without your kids buckled up.
My little sister right now. My little sister right there.
Your sister this your sister right here?
Yeah, well, that's my
Perfect.
sisters.
But that works, the kids can go with her?
Oh no, hold on. She's 20.
She's 20?
Well, I mean, there's probably something more at 20. If you say 20,
She's 20.
You know, there's usually more than 29. That's the maximum 20 you can be.
Even as a kid, my dad had seatbelts installed for us even before the law required it. That's because your dad was smart.
Me?
Jasmine, no, sit down.
I'm not doing nothing, sir.
Indeed.
I'm not
Thanks
doing
for that.
nothing.
You're not listening. You've yet to listen.
Okay, sir.
It's a yes or no question.
No, I'm trying to get my other sister. That's my god sister.
So you don't want her to have your children. You don't trust her with your children.
I'm trying to call my mom, sir, if you don't mind.
My priority is your kids right now. It doesn't seem like that's really your priority at all, which is the problem.
Priority. Can you tell her to come here?
Priority is your kids right now. It doesn't seem like that's really your priority at all, which is the problem.
Priority. Can you tell her to come here?
No, they're not my priority. She actually just said it.
Is your kids right now doesn't seem like that's really your priority at all, which is the problem.
Priority. Cat, can you tell her to come here?
No, if you don't want her to have your kids, there's no point in being here.
I'm getting arrested. Cat, I'm on the way. What the hell happened?
All right, bloody hell, give me the phone. So, ma'am, your daughter is an idiot, and she actually tried to, you know, display to the world how much of an idiot she was, or is, still is. Good job, parenting. The fuck did you just say? All right, that's it. You guys handle parenting. The fuck did you just say? All right, that's it. You guys handle this. I can't understand a word your weirdos are using.
Justin, sit back down in the car.
My papa like said that he called me, and I'm trying to talk to him. He's trying to make him nervous. And then Briella's crying. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. Have a seat back in the car.
Sir, I'm not doing nothing. I'm just sitting right here.
Should she steal these kids? Maybe.
How do you function?
Exactly. That's what you need to do. Sitting down in the car. Right now, you're standing outside the door, even though I told you not to do that.
Why are you being so mean to me? I'm not.
Because you're not.
Why are you being so mean to me? Why are you not following instructions?
Listening.
But I'm not
So sit down.
Why are y'all being so rude?
This is you not listening.
Okay,
We're telling you to sit down.
Have a seat.
Sit down.
This is your problem, is you don't listen.
I'm not doing anything wrong, sir. You're being rude to me.
You are though. You're not listening. That's the thing you're doing wrong. Is not listening.
Because you're not listening to a thing I tell you to do.
I love the wordy bit buckets
Get
just
in the car,
blowing
Jasmine, or I
up over
swear
and
to
over
you're gonna
again.
get an obstruction charge.
Yeah, but she's admitting that she is doing something by saying that. Why do you hate the English language?
Oh my!
Get in the car. Get in the car, Jasmine, or I swear to you're gonna get an obstruction charge.
Yeah, but she's admitting that she is doing something by saying that. Why do you hate the English language?
Oh my God! You're making it different for me. I'm not doing anything. Look, my baby is crying and stuff. I can't see my daughter. Look, she's right here. I can't see my daughter. She's right here.
Jasmine, if I have to put you in this car, you're getting an obstruction charge.
Come here, mommy.
Jasmine, put your leg in the car.
So I'm not doing anything.
You're not listening, Jasmine.
Mom,
all right, that's it. You're being charged with obstruction. Get your leg in the car.
I'm not doing nothing. Why you being
That's it. That's exactly it. You're not doing nothing. That's why you're getting an obstruction charge.
Jasmine, stop.
Stop. What are you doing?
Jasmine, get in the car.
Stop. What are you doing? Why are you being swag? What is wrong with stop?
Why is he being swag? What? You know, she is using the correct version of I'm not doing anything, and also using the incorrect version of the double negative. Why are you? And that is the end of that.
Why are you? Why are you? Why are you a thing? Why do you exist? Why are you?
In the car.
What is you doing, sir? I'm not doing nothing. Oh my God! What the hell is wrong
Can you
with
get
you?
around and pull her through?
Can you come around and pull her through? Like she's a couch?
Oh, you think this is funny, do you?
Stop. Charges.
I'm not doing nothing. You being rude and aggressive for it. My daughter's right there.
Charges.
I'm not doing nothing. You being rude and aggressive for it. My daughter's right
You're being rude and the aggressive part.
there.
Oh, would you look at that?
Okay.
I am completely out of wordy bit buckets. This has never happened to me before.
I'm not doing anything.
Stop resisting.
Why are you attacking me?
He's not
she takes
attacking
her eyes
you.
off the bloody video for just a few seconds, and she's out of the. How did that happen?
What did she do? Leap out of the car?
Stop resisting.
Did she just call for her mom? She did. Mom!
Stop resisting. Now you're being charged with escape.
Escape? I'm not even doing nothing. They doing this to me. I'm not doing nothing to them.
What are you doing? Tango 16, we need more units out here.
Is she good?
Way to do this in front of your kids and freak them out.
Get away from the car. We'll figure it out in a minute when she stops acting this way. We're gonna figure it out. Everybody's fine.
Let her up. Let her up off that ground.
You need shackles? I got them.
You grab it, I'll sit.
You need shackles? I got them.
There's one of them's like, calm down. Calm down, damn it.
Grab it, I'll show you.
I'm trying to tell you about my daughter is crying and screaming. Y'all being so rude and aggressive.
All right.
She is being couched.
Let's sweep her out of here because she's going no matter what now. There's no staying around here.
I'm going regardless.
Yeah, now you're going with extra felonies.
I didn't do nothing to you, though. You're being aggressive to me. I'm just saying. Let me get.
You are being aggressive to me. Yeah.
Bro, what? I can get by myself. You're being rude.
Take it away.
You keep using the word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
You manhandling me and shit.
Woman, do it on your own and we don't have to do it, man.
Oh my God. Okay, stop pushing me. Okay.
So get in the car.
Just be respectful. I'm recording your ass.
It's all on body camera.
I don't care.
I don't. No, you clearly don't. You're right. You clearly don't care.
It's not that you shouldn't care. I mean, you should, and also it's not a good look on your end. Nice door slam. Bye-bye now.
Central, we've got an official door slam here. The stupidity is in the car.
Exhibit A. Flip-flops.
Hey! Happy early birthday, Famine.
We got it.
No.
We'll talk about it in just a second. I'm gonna write the headquarters, one female. Beginning mileage 111704.
I'm an escaped prisoner.
No, that's the way they title it when you jumped out of the car.
Oh, she's not wrong, technically, I guess.
I'm an
you know?
escaped prisoner?
Guess whose fault that is?
You said get out the car and call your sister. I just stepped out the car. I just stayed.
And that's all recorded too.
Escaping is running away from you guys. Didn't
Yeah, that's what you tried to do.
run away from you guys. I stayed right in front of you guys.
You were kicking at him with your feet.
No, I was getting him off of me. That's not kicking at him.
Kicking at him trying to get out of the car is escape. So
Yep.
that was a bad
Escape or escape.
decision. But anyway, again, that's between you and the arresting officer. And he's here. So we'll find out what your charges are in a moment.
Oh, great. I don't even want to talk to him. He's a terrible one.
Yeah, he's the terrible one. So damn the body cam footage, It's almost as if everything you said is dumb, stupid, and a outright lie.
Yeah.
Now remember to tickle the bell on all things around it, and I will see you next time.
Next time.
Bye-bye. Stop being so rude, cow.
I'm not trying to be difficult.
And that, my ladies and gentlemen, is gonna be the end of the coffee stream. I hope you guys had fun today. I had fun, and tonight it's gonna be a special combat hour. So we're gonna be looking at Homelander and see what he can do. And yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna go update my game right now, but we'll take a look at Homelander tonight, see what he can do. We'll mess around in the lab and maybe take him into casuals, where I'm sure there will be lots of other Homelanders, but we'll see. Thank you for watching. I'll see you later tonight. You have an awesome day. Bye, guys.